say I'm a fool, but they never got the news that I'm a wild one. Oh yeah, I'm a wild one. You better turn it up, better keep the channel down, cause you're watching Vilemike and his real wild child. Oh yeah, I'm a wild one. You better turn it up, better keep the channel down, cause you're watching Vilemike and his real wild child.
Sorry, as soon as it starts, I got a cough. Sorry, guys. Howdy, folks. This is Vilemike here. Jordan's already in the chat, making me mad, confusing DC and Marvel. Because he's like, where should I start my Marvel adventure? Should it be Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquamarine? Or should I start with The Flash? So, of course, I tell him that's DC, and he goes, what's DC? And I have to respond with Bad Gorilla, because he knows what he's doing. And yes, Mrs. Vile and I watched Ant-Man and the Wasp in Quantumania last night, and it was good. It wasn't great, but it was definitely good. Interesting way they decided to take it. And what's funny is we had missed watching Black Panther, so we watched that on Disney Plus the night before, just in case there was anything that we'd miss. And one of the things we noticed during the Black Panther thing was there was a CNN thing talking about the autobiography of Scott Lang. And of course, the first thing we see in Ant-Man is him talking about his autobiography and signing books. And it was kind of funny. So, Jordan, if you want, come on up. I think I posted the link. Hopefully, Elihu will show up soon too. And just to say his name, because if we say his name, he'll show up as well. LDG. But since Ant-Man is already out, I was going to do a poll to see which Phase 5, because Ant-Man apparently is the first of the Phase 5 movies. And the Phase 5 movies are the Ant-Man, Guardians 3, The Marvels, Captain America, New World Order, Thunderbolts, and Blade. So I was going to say which of those movies you guys were most likely to look forward to that isn't already out. So I'm going to see if I can get that up. How many options can I can only do 4 options. So let's do Guardians. If I spell it correctly. Sorry, I read Jordan's comment. It started making me laugh, and it made me, now of course, laughing made me cough. As soon as I said Pickle's name, his phone crashed. All right, it's all quiet because I'm typing. Here we go. See if this works. So there should be a poll in the chat with 4 of the 5 movies that have not been listed, that aren't out yet. The only one I didn't put was Blade, because that one's not going to come out till the end of next year anyway. But to be honest, I think the one I'd be looking forward to the most is Captain America. I want to see if Mackie can helm a not helm, but star a Captain America movie and have it do fairly well. So I think I did like the Captain America series, even though it kind of ended exactly the way it started without any, plot. I mean, the plot was fine, but I'm just saying where it started and where it ended was pretty much in the same place, but they still seem to have fun. So, but the other things that they're talking about for that'll be included in Phase 5 are some of the TV shows. And those TV shows are supposed to be Secret Invasion, Loki, What If Season 2, Ironheart Echo, Agatha Coven of Chaos, and Daredevil Born Again, with only Daredevil being the only one that hasn't really started much. Everything else is either in production, post-production, or filming. So, hopefully someone will come up soon, because I'm just vamping for a little bit. And no one's done anything on the poll yet. Can I vote on the poll? No, I can't vote on the poll. I guess that goes to make it fair. But and it's not like I had other than this, I didn't really do much this week. No Karens, no major issues with anything, so I don't have any fun stories to tell. And I'm still got a little bit of a cough, still got a little bit of case of bronchitis, but other than that, I'm back to full health, at least. So hopefully my voice won't give out like it was starting to last week. But what's funny is for the TV shows, the one I'm looking forward to the most is Daredevil Born Again, because I really liked that comic book, even though I'm not a religious person. The comic book it was originally based on was fairly well done. Kind of broke apart Matt Murdock and rebuilt him, which exactly is what Born Again would mean. Jordan saying, should have come to Minnesota. Our plows are almost useless. Had to get the blowers and snow eaters out. I don't even know what a snow eater is, Jordan. And I'm assuming a blower is just like a leaf blower that you're using the hot air to melt the snow. But I don't know. And what's funny is we were making the joke with Jordan on Twitter about like what is snow? Or it wasn't Twitter, it was one of his videos. And because I live in San Diego and it doesn't really snow here. And what's funny about that is San Diego and a large portion of Southern California got its first blizzard warning in like 60 years. And I thought that was like kind of crazy that San Diego had a freaking blizzard warning. We've had snow warnings. We've had snow here on it, very rarely. But, other than in the mountains. But to get a blizzard warning is just weird when you don't get them that often. It's like, I don't know, maybe living on the coast your entire life and suddenly you're getting a tornado warning. Yes, that doesn't help as much as you think it does, Jordan. I need to know what you mean by it eats snow. I mean, is it just like you put it down and it's a robot with a mouth and it has a spoon in its hand and it just starts putting snow in its mouth and pooping out snowballs or something? I don't know.
A snowblower is the winter version of a leaf blower.
Well, that I figured, I know. But he's talking about a snow eater.
Oh.
I've never heard of a snow eater before. Fine. I'm going to look it up. Let's see what it looks like.
Does it look like an aardvark? Or a pangolin?
No, I don't want to save it. It looks like a piece of construction equipment that sucks up snow and puts it into the back of a truck. Kind of like a leaf or one of those chippers.
Oh, so it's a combination.
At least that's the image I see.
A blower and a chipper. Gotcha.
That's what it looks like to me.
A blower and a chipper. Half hour at the strip club on Tuesday afternoon.
I'm going to see if I can show the image. It's not a good picture of it, but because it's really small. But this is apparently, when I looked up snow eater, this is what shows up. So is that what you're talking about?
Oh, I've seen those before.
A snow eater basically most, yeah. Cinnabon saying gorilla lives in the sticks. In the cities, it was a regular snow event.
Dude, Cinnabon, try to go to Southern California. It rarely snows. When you see snow on top of palm trees, that's when it's weird, okay?
Yeah, it was Elihu. When we got the snow warning, it was just like the weirdest thing. My phone goes off and it's like blizzard warning, following counties: San Bernardino, Los Angeles, Orange, San Diego. And I'm like, San Diego? What the fuck?
You don't get snow down there. I know we had one here. There was flurries in the Mission District, flurries in Soma, but it didn't stick. But it stuck everywhere else around, like Mount Tamalpais. It's basically Lake Observatory, snow covered. I'm like, damn.
And Cinnabon saying a snowblower is not like a leaf blower, not even close to the same. Sorry, we're Californians, Cinnabon. We're more familiar with leaf blowers than we are with snow blowers.
Yeah.
So,
it's rare.
We go back to Ant-Man a little bit. Have you seen it yet?
Yes, I have.
What did you think?
I think that Scott Lang is not Scott Lang.
What do you mean?
Look at the opening sequence and the end of the sequence, opening movie and the end of the movie. The crowd is different. It's a different crowd. You got more purple than green on the people wearing more purple than green. So I think that has something to do with Kang. If you actually look at it carefully, I watched it twice already.
So you think he showed up when he returned? He was in a different universe?
No, I think the totally different Scott Lang returned.
Oh. But we heard his voiceover in his head. So why would we not? No, why wouldn't it be the same character?
Same character, different Scott Lang. Remember he split multiple times?
No, he didn't split multiple times. He had other potentials show up.
Well, that's what I meant. Now, I think that one of the potentials escaped the quantum realm, beat King, and is now in the 616.
I think you're overthinking things.
Yeah. This is not Mephisto.
Yeah. There was a new Ant-Man movie, Cinnabon, that came out, like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, last week.
And me and Mrs. Vile watched it last night, and the night before that, we watched the latest Black Panther that we missed back last year on Disney Plus. Then, of course, I also realized we forgot to watch the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special, so we got to watch that too. So hopefully we can do that today.
What did you think of the two end credit scenes for Ant-Man?
Well, we only stayed for the mid credit scene. We didn't watch the end credit scene because I had to pee like a freaking racehorse.
Oh, you know what it was, right?
No, but I was gonna look it up, but I just didn't get around to it.
It's one of Kang's variants. It's basically to tie into Loki season 2.
But yeah, to me, they definitely show the power of Kang, but the fact that one of them got defeated by freaking Ant-Man is, I think, going to make people think of Kang as less of a threat, unless they do like what the unless they do the whole like multiple Kangs at the same time.
That's what was the Council of Kangs for.
Yeah, but it's still like, I don't know. I was the fact that they're getting along and even making the worst of them exiled leads me to believe that they're not as bad as I think as they're trying to be portrayed as. I have a bad feeling that the Council of Kings is going to be supposed to be a good guy or good people in one way or the other.
Well, one of them is going to have to be he who remains.
Oh, and one of the funniest parts about it was after the movie, Mrs. Vile's like, wants me to explain more about who Kang the Conqueror is because, she never read the comic books. And as soon as I was telling her about Rama Tut, that's when the mid-credit scene showed up. And one of the Kangs is, dressed as a, Egyptian king. And she was like, "Oh, I get it." Because I just said that.
You heard about what happened to Kevin Hart, right?
Sorry, I had to cough. That's why I tried to mute myself.
I think it's Kevin Hart.
I've heard of Kevin Hart, yes.
I think it was him having a hard time with his show that canceled in Egypt because he made a claim that Egyptians were black, and Egypt is got people is like, oh, what the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? We're Egypt. Like, hello, Egypt is in Africa. There were black Egyptian pharaohs. There were black Egyptian people in Egypt. Hello. So you mentioned Rama Tut, that popped in my head.
Cinnabon is saying, "Who is Kang? I only know two Kangs, the Klingon and Liu Kang." We're talking about Marvel Kang, Kang the Conqueror. I don't know if you're playing dumb, but here. Let me see if I can bring up an image of him.
Yeah, just Google Kang. You'll find first image Jonathan Majors. You know, I did find a flaw within the first 60 seconds of the movie.
What was it?
How the hell do you get liquid water in the quantum realm?
Because quantum, that's why.
I'm looking at this thing. Okay, they're in the quantum realm. Janet's getting water. I'm like, what the hell? How do you get liquid water in the quantum realm? Come on.
How do they get air in the quantum realm? Come on. All right, that's Kang the Conqueror from Marvel Comics.
Oh, guess who's in the chat now?
Yeah, I see him. How you doing, LDG? Come on up if you want to add to the chat.
Dude, if I was trying, hang on a second.
What's really funny about Kang the Conqueror? Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. LDG, if I would have got a hold of you last week when I was trying to, I could have went to Orlando for $600. Now it's about $1,000, dude. Answer your phone. Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, one of the things I was what's funny about Kang the Conqueror is because they're both Fantastic Four villains, I kept confusing Kang and Claw because they both have you know 4 letters, and I was like, wait, why does Kang not have his little sonic hand weapon? And then I'm like, oh yeah, that's a different character. But yeah,
Ulysses Claw is a Wakanda enemy. Okay.
Yeah, but he's also a Fantastic Four villain. Wait, I saw Spider-Man and Thor, so you have seen something from Phase 4. What are all the movies? Phase 4 has like the most movies, I think.
There's 32.
And it's the most hit and miss in as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, there's 30. I believe there's 32 current MCU movies, the Marvel movies, not counting Howard the Duck.
Let's see.
Hi, Yvette.
You didn't like the Spider-Man movie? I thought it was good. I thought it was a good epilogue for Endgame. For the Peter Parker's character at least, and Tony Stark's character, to be honest.
Okay, you know the only Avenger who still knows Peter Parker's Spider-Man?
Nope.
Thor.
Why?
Thor is because he does not know that his name is Peter Parker. He just knows that some kid is Spider-Man. He does not know the name Peter Parker, so he knows who Spider-Man is. Peter never told him his name was Peter Parker. He only told Star-Lord his name was Peter Parker. Not Thor. So technically, Thor knows who Spider-Man is.
I think they all know who Spider-Man is. I don't think they know. I don't think it matters that much. Let's see. Okay, Phase 4 films are Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals, Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange, Thor, and Wakanda Forever. So I guess it's Phase 3 that's the one that has like so freaking many. But what was I going to say? Now I can't remember what I was going to say.
Stoners.
Okay, let's see. Phase 1 did a good job because its job was to introduce the characters and then bring them together at the end for Avengers. Phase 2 was basically keeping the Avengers together despite issues and introducing more of the Infinity Stones. And Phase 3 was basically tying up all the Infinity Stone stuff and bringing in Thanos for the Endgame. Which, fairly easy to understand. Phase 4 is, they say, is part of the multiverse thing. And other than Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, did anything really have to do with the multiverse stuff? Well, and What If, of course, but I'm talking about the movies.
There's one thing I didn't understand about Multiverse of Madness. All those multiverse, all those worlds. How come the Scarlet Witch has to concentrate on one certain world?
Because that was the one where her kids were human.
But at the end of WandaVision, the kids were screaming. So what were the kids screaming? That was just, what the hell was that all about? There's nothing about kids.
I don't know, and that was the worst part about Doctor Strange, is it basically undid all the character development Wanda got in WandaVision. She's basically, it's WandaVision. She starts out accidentally doing something incredibly evil, and then once she realizes it, she tries to fix it and fails, but she feels incredibly guilty about it. And then in Doctor Strange, she's just straight up a villain again. That did not make sense to me.
Well, at least they got mutants. At least they got mutants.
Sorry?
At least they have mutants in the MCU now.
Do they?
They have mutants. They got Ms. Marvel. They got Namor. They got Patrick Stewart.
But okay. In Ms. Marvel, she doesn't get her powers from being a mutant.
There's a mutation in her genes. She's a mutant.
But it's not strictly because she's a mutant. That's what I'm saying. In one of the universes, they show a mutant, but that's not necessarily in the actual primary timeline or primary universe for the MCU films.
Let me give you a quick rundown of the history of Ms. Marvel. The creator, she's a great one. She originally wanted Kamala Khan to be a mutant. The industry did not want it because they had some kind of technical contract thing with her, so they made her not a mutant. When they actually made her a mutant in the show, she was so sad and happy. She's like, I'm finally glad Kamala Khan is a Marvel as I wanted her to be. She originally wanted her to be a mutant in the comics.
Well, I think they've implied that they could rewrite her character as being a mutant, but they've left it open-ended because they don't know if how or when they're gonna introduce the X-Men as part of the MCU. So,
bring back Megasonic Teenage Warhead.
Now, here's my question for you guys. I recently saw something on Twitter about making Daniel Radcliffe the new Wolverine. What is your opinion on that?
Copy.
How would you feel if Daniel Radcliffe was cast as Wolverine? Because part of me really wants to just see it for the shits and giggles of it.
Okay. You see somebody who's basically, quote unquote, typecasted as a certain character. Some people have a hard time getting over that. Like, for instance, when T.J. Hooker came out, people keep on signing William Shatner as Kirk, not Hooker, not the cop. People get typecasted. When Weird came out, I'm like, okay, Daniel Radcliffe is playing Weird Al Yankovic. Yeah. I'm watching this. I'm like, holy shit, Daniel is one hell of an actor. I actually believe he was Al, not Daniel. So if he can actually pull off this character as Logan, I'm all for it because he is a good actor. He's very versatile.
And almost everything he's done post Harry Potter, and yes, Daniel Radcliffe is Harry Potter, Cinnabon. He's done a really good job of it. There was that, what was it, Swiss Army Man? where he plays a talking corpse and
Oh,
he does a great job the entire time.
I believe he won a Tony for his play that he was in. Not because of his acting, because I think because of his nudity.
Well, I didn't watch that because I had no interest in Broadway. But the one of the things I got to give him props on is he basically said that he made so much money from the Harry Potter movies, he doesn't really have to choose any roles based on, making money.
Yeah.
He gets to just choose any role he wants based on if he likes the script, period. So he'll just do stuff that he wants to do.
The dude does like control the media because for 6 months he wore the exact same outfit every single day. He's funny.
I haven't heard that, but
Yeah, paparazzi was hounding him for a long time, so he decided to wear the exact same outfit for 6 months in a row. So every time paparazzi took a picture of him, they didn't know if it was the day before, last week. They didn't know exactly when the picture was taken. He just wasn't fucking with the media. I love that.
that is some commitment to fuck with the paparazzi, and I fully approve of that. And of course, it's raining here in Mexico, so I got to deal with that again.
It's sprinkling right now. I
Yeah.
want to go to the pastry shop, but I'm like, I don't feel like walking.
I don't know if the microphone is picking it up, but you can definitely hear the rain right now. So, let's see.
Barbara Lee's running to take boxer seat.
Oh, and according to this, they're recasting Thunderbolt Ross.
Wait. What happened to Harrison?
That's what I'm saying. They're recasting him now as Harrison Ford instead of William Hurt. That's because William Hurt passed away, didn't he?
Yeah, where'd you get William Hurt from? All I heard was Harrison Ford was supposed to be Ross.
Yes, but that's because William Hurt passed away, and I'm saying I'm just now learning that they cast Harrison Ford as him.
Oh, yeah, that's been a couple months ago.
Yeah, but I don't check this stuff.
You don't.
I try to ignore as much as freaking possible when it comes to the movies.
You don't recall people complaining about an 80-year-old man doing CGI work like Liam Neeson does?
Hey, if it works, it works. I don't care.
Thunderbolt 2. Thunderbolt Ross. The Thunderbolts. Fontaine. Did you like the little twist about Fontaine in Ant-Man? I mean, Wakanda. Wakanda.
What twist?
Who is Fontaine's ex-husband?
Wait, I thought that I didn't really realize that's what she was talking about. She's talking about what's his name being her ex-husband?
Yeah, that's her ex-husband.
Oh, and she had him thrown in prison. That's funny.
That's Fontaine for you. Perfect to the comics.
Well, she's kind of like, as far as I can tell, she's the Marvel Amanda Waller.
Yes, she is.
So,
and I'm actually looking forward to that Waller show. Viola Davis is coming back to earn another Oscar.
Well, I have no idea what's even coming up when it comes to DC right now.
The Flash, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, Aquaman 2, Batgirl's still scrapped, and Fraser's still trying to get that released. What else is coming out? I don't remember. But I'm looking forward to watching The Flash.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of hesitant only because I don't think Ezra Miller is doing a good job.
Actually, he is one hell of an actor for the Flash, but personally, he's a prick. But actor-wise, yeah, he's good.
Well, let's see. According to the upcoming DC EU films are you got Shazam, you got Flash, you got Aquaman, but there's also Blue Beetle.
Oh, that's right, Jaime.
Is it going to be Jaime Reyes or is it going to be Ted Kord or what's the other one?
I believe it's supposed to be Jaime.
Yep, you're right. It's definitely Jaime. But apparently there is a character going to be Victoria Kord.
Ooh, really?
So definitely they're going to allude to Ted Kord. And who was the other Blue Beetle? I can't remember his name.
Oh, shit.
I should know this.
I'm used to Ted and Jaime, that's it.
Yeah, Ted was the one that I always liked because he was friends with Booster Gold.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's supposed to be a Booster Gold series coming up.
Let's see. God, it's really coming down all of a sudden.
Yeah, I believe
Dan Garrett. That's the one I couldn't remember.
Okay. Yeah, I believe the way Hollywood is going now, it's going to be Jaime.
So, yeah, Dan Garrett was the one that was part of Charleston, and that's that version of Blue Beetle was the one that was supposed to be Night Owl in Watchmen before DC told what's his name that he couldn't use the Charleston characters anymore. Because Blue Beetle was going to be Night Owl, or Night Owl was going to be Blue Beetle. Rorschach was going to be the Question. Dr. Manhattan was going to be the Atom.
I think they're going to go with the route that it's alien tech for Blue Beetle.
Oh, I guarantee that's going to be what it is.
Yeah, it's not no invention, but it's going to be alien tech that Jaime found when he was a kid. They got attached to him somehow.
I just hope that they, at least pay homage to the older Blue Beetle stuff. Because, Blue Beetle's been around for what? Let's see. 1939, apparently. That's when Blue Beetle first appeared.
Damn.
He's almost 100 years old.
Shit.
And we're talking about the Dan Garrett version. Dang. I can't even smoke because it's raining too much.
I don't know. It's going to do the voice of Skeet.
Well, that would be funny if in the film Booster Gold does show up just as a like, who the hell are you and why are you calling yourself Blue Beetle?
He's from the future. He knows the heroes.
Yes, but he's also an idiot.
Yeah, that's true.
And as I said, he was originally friends with Ted Kord.
Yeah.
And I think that, to me, that's one of the mistakes that the DCEU keeps doing. And that's going for the most modern interpretation of the characters instead of going back and, do a Dan Garrett or Ted Kord Blue Beetle before you do the Jaime Reyes.
If James Gunn wants to be original and totally reboot the whole entire DC, I would, if I was him, I would put aside Superman. I would put aside a new Batman movie, and I would work on Legion of Superheroes movie. Jump all the way to the future. Come on. Then tell the story from there.
You know what I would do is I would do a set of movies where you do all the Charleston characters. Okay? All the original Charleston characters. So you do movies there. And then you like have them come together to do like whatever the Charleston equivalent of the Avengers or Justice League was.
JSA.
All right. And then you do a set of like Earth 1 style Batman, Earth 1 style Superman. And you can even have the movies going concurrently. You know what I mean? Each universe. And then you do a big, Final Crisis type thing. Kind of like how the Flash and Arrowverse did it. They did it fairly well for a TV series with a very limited budget. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then they recasted John Cryer. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, John Cryer's not playing Lex Luthor in the new season of Lois and Clark.
Wait, they changed it from John Cryer? Who did they change it to?
Some other actor. I forgot who this new guy is.
I don't know. I didn't watch the Superman show only because I didn't know where to watch it and I didn't really care that much. Well, let's face it. I've got way too much TV to catch up on. I still haven't watched the new series of Bad Batch. I still haven't watched Picard, and I'm only I'm on episode 3 of season or the second season of Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who.
Sounds like you need to binge watch.
That means since last week, when I said I finished watching Doctor Who season, or Jodie Whittaker's first season as Doctor Who, the entire week I've only watched 2 episodes because that's all I've had time to.
Here, back. I need to get some more coffee.
All right. Well, while you're doing that real quick, I need to Jaloja myself. So what I'm going to do, we'll play this real quick. All right. You're 19 years old now. I figure it's about time you got one after all your complaining.
She must be colorblind because you're not wearing a red shirt.
Yeah, but more blue shirts died in the first season anyway.
Yeah, not all red shirts die. Look at Scotty Nahura.
I never said all red shirts die. Just the ones that aren't main characters on the bridge all the time.
You see a new guy, like, okay, there's a red shirt. Maybe he's going to die. Like a JT track. Well, I'm so excited for this. Guy's wearing a red shirt. Like, yep, he's going to die.
One of the funniest things about that scenario, that red shirts always dying, is people don't realize they also come back to life because Lieutenant Leslie gets killed in one episode and then like 3 or 4 episodes later, he's back. And it's never explained. So to me, that's like what happened with Jax in Lower Decks. How sometimes people just come back from the dead and they don't, not everyone gets to know why they got brought back or how. Just sometime between those 2 adventures, there was something that happened where Lieutenant Leslie got brought back. Let's see. Let me go to the poll.
Yeah,
only 3 votes in the poll. And it's a 3-way tie between Guardians, the Marvels, and Thunderbolts. Ironically, the one that I wanted the most is the only one without a vote right now, and that was Captain America. So if you go with my vote for that one, it's a 4-way tie. So that, come on. If I got 6 people watching, go to vote just so we can have a winner.
Yeah, go to the Marvels. Come on.
What, did you choose the Marvels?
Yes, I did.
I think you're going to be the only one because I think too many people hate Brie Larson.
I'm actually looking forward to that.
I don't know. Maybe, and I'm weird because I didn't hate the Captain Marvel movie. I don't hate Brie Larson as a actress, so it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's just pointless.
Yeah, it's Rambo, Kamala Khan, and Brie Larson's character. The Marvels.
Marvel, or Yvette saying she quit Marvel, can't vote, don't know any of them. That's not the point. Just vote.
Girl power.
Vote for the one you just have any interest in seeing. And sorry, who identified as a zombie, but in those days no one gave a shit? You're gonna have to specify because I'm confused about who he is in that context.
Yeah, unlike Ant-Man, where they kept on using the pronoun game thing for 45 minutes. He, this, him, that, him, he. Say Kang. Enough of the pronoun game of the movie. Come on.
Yeah, that kind of stuff always annoys the fuck out of me.
42 minutes of the pronoun game. Enough.
Oh, Leslie identified as a zombie. Okay.
Wait, you did see season 1, episode 1 of season 3 of Picard,
Bird,
right?
the point of those are the 5 or 4 of the 5 upcoming phase 4 or phase 5 Marvel movies. That's why they're up there. The only one that's not up there is Blade because that one's not coming out till late next year.
I know many people hated the Eternals, but if you actually watch the end credits scene, you'll hear Blade's voice. So technically, Blade was already introduced.
Well, looks like Thunderbolts so far. And now that 2 people have voted for Thunderbolts.
I don't understand how Bucky can work with how Zemo can
I
work.
think it's not doing as well as it was before.
Zemo's against super soldiers. You've got 3 super soldiers on a team. How the hell is that going to work?
What are you talking about? The Thunderbolts?
Yeah, Zemo is against super soldiers. That's the whole point of of the show, in the movie. So there's a couple of super soldiers on the Thunderbolts. So how is Zemo going to work with these guys?
Probably through cognitive dissonance like he does every other time.
When that line that came out, I'm like, what? I understand Ghost, but what? Here you got Bucky, you got Captain USA. Shit.
I just, when it comes to the new Captain America movie, I just want to know how many Christian people are going to get pissed off about a movie called New World Order. Well, fine, Bird. Jeez.
Be that way. Be that way.
I guess I'll just go ahead and end the poll because no one cares.
I care. That's not my icon up. Shit, I forgot about that. There we go.
Let's see, what else?
Oh, up against you. Huh.
What else can I do? I'm just trying to have some fun.
Sorry, too late. Your daddy took the T-Bird away.
Well, I can kind of understand that, Bird, but it's still, you know, it's not like voting in real life where it has actual consequences. You know what I mean? I mean, hell, half the time when I'm voting, I'm just voting for the lesser of two evils.
Basically, that's every election.
I was like, which one is going to screw me over the least?
Thunderbolts.
Jordan, I'm going to hate asking this question, but are they actually remaking that movie? Or are you just saying that? Well, there's not going to be a Jet Nerdy game until I get the new computer. So, and the only videos I'm doing are the Kinder videos because they're easy to do on the computer and they don't kill, they don't destroy my laptop trying to render it. Even though the last one I think was like a minute and a half, and it took my damn laptop like 6 hours to render it. It's freaking nuts.
You know, StreamYard does have a new feature where you can make shorts.
If you want someone who doesn't screw you, get out of California. No, because California is the only state that doesn't screw me over, other than the price of land. And the only reason the price of land is so expensive around here is because everyone wants to be here.
Yeah, that's why the average price for a house in the Bay Area is $1 million.
Yeah, I'm actually looking for a house right now. I've already got a home loan set up through Navy Fed. And it's like the stuff I can afford is either in a bad area or it's a great place, or it's a great place in a bad area, or it's a horrible place in a good area.
That's what I've been looking at for Alaska. I mean, I'm trying to transfer my SSI to the state, and I'm looking at different properties which I can actually live in, right? So that the government actually knows, like, okay, you just don't want to be homeless in another state. I got to get a property. So I'm looking at low-income properties, and like, every single place I can afford is a good neighborhood, but I need a car to get somewhere. It's cheap. I can afford it. It's a great neighborhood, a great place, but I need a car. Damn. We are one of the highest tax states in the nation, and what do you get for it?
Well, let's see. We do have Medi-Cal, which for people that can't afford medical insurance, they get that for free. Meaning that despite the fact that I have health insurance, because it's freaking insurance, they can turn down a shit ton of stuff, including when I got COVID, they turned down one of my prescriptions. So the state of California paid for it because my insurance refused to. So that helped out immensely. And it was like a $400 prescription for like 30 pills. So, and I guarantee you, I did not spend $400, or my taxes did not equal $400 for the state of California. So yeah, I got that.
Let me explain that. Let me explain that.
You got food stamps, right?
Yeah. Let me explain that in layman's terms. Say you are in major pain, you need ibuprofen. The average medical provider will cost you $10 a pill. California to cost you about 12 cents to $1. Okay, this is how differential the medical program is in California. It's very cheap and affordable compared to everywhere else.
And well, as we said, Elihu gets food stamps. Now you do the state program. I'm assuming you don't do a federal program.
I do the federal.
You do the federal, not the state?
No, because I got SSI. I got federal. I do the federal.
Okay. Well, I do have certain friends that have the California food stamp program, and they get, upwards of $600 in groceries every week. And yes, Navy Fed is a military credit union. What's your point, Cinnabon? Yeah, you're saying every state has food stamps, but not every state has the same type of food stamps or the same amount of food stamps.
Yeah, basically it's called CalFresh here.
Yeah. Yes, $600 a week, Bird.
That was what the federal allotment actually increased that, but it ended this month. It's the last month people are going to get the federal allotment. So next month, everybody's going to get their allotted amount per income. Basically, if you make a certain amount of money, you get a certain amount of food stamps on your card.
Oh, I didn't serve, Cinnabon. If your parents serve, you also can join Navy Fed.
Yeah,
I
I
tried
can.
to serve, but I got because of certain things that happened right when I was joining the military. I was not allowed anymore.
Yeah, my rejected military application was highly influential in my decision to get SSI. I mean, the U.S. Navy and the Air Force both said I am unmedically fit to join the service, which basically means I can't work, I can't do shit. For life. I wanted to be an astronaut. When I was younger, the only time you could be an astronaut is either in the Navy or the Air Force.
And Jordan's like, who spends $600 a week in food stamps? Oh, let's see.
Well, let's see. $6 for a gallon of milk.
Hold on. The specific family I'm talking about has 2 grandparents, 2 parents, and 3 kids, including 2 or 1 kid that's a foster kid, essentially.
Yeah, let me explain
that they're taking care of. That's not theirs.
Yeah, you got $6 to $7 for a dozen eggs. You got $5 to $8 for a gallon of milk. You got $2 to $4 for a loaf of bread. Things are expensive here in California, no matter where you are. Northern California,
well, certain things are expensive.
Yeah.
Certain things are expensive. Certain things are a lot cheaper in California. A lot of produce is cheaper here because it's made here, or certain things that are imported to California because we're a coastal city or coastal state are a little bit cheaper. But things that are not necessarily made here, a lot of meat products tend to be a little bit more expensive, except for chicken, because we don't really have a lot of beef ranches in California compared to other states.
Overregulated.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, California's still underregulated. And $2,600 a month grocery bill is a lot, even in Biden's America. We're not talking about $2,600 a month. We're talking about $600 a month. Or $600 a week. Sorry.
Yeah, in the Bay Area, well, basically San Francisco, the average person would get between $30 and $200 in food stamps a month. Not a week, a month.
Sorry, I don't see how you got $2,600 for a month, because it's
24.
Yeah, it's 24. Maybe he's averaging it out because some weeks have, or some months have 5 and some weeks have 4. I'm sorry, some months have 4 weeks, some weeks have 5.
Oh man, I stopped getting involved with the math.
Yeah, that's how sorry, that's exactly how he did it. Okay, I see how you did it now, Bird. But yeah, and for the people that need it, I don't have a problem. I don't care if they need it. I have no issues with it. I saw your math. I get it, Bird.
You know, engineers don't estimate. You do exact measurements, exact figures. We know that, dude.
Let's see.
Yeah, measure once, cut twice.
Let's see.
You know, groceries are expensive up here. Safeway is more expensive than Trader
All right.
Joe's.
Now, this is an average because this is for every American, but it says that the average monthly cost of feeding one person in the United States is $342.11.
Where? Oklahoma?
So, if you're saying that that's the average to feed one person every month in the United States, then a family in this case of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people, that's 7 times that, it's 2,100. So yeah, or that's more than 2,100. So it makes sense. For myself, I spend more than $10 a day feeding myself. And that's just, I'm talking about, I usually eat one meal a day plus coffee in the morning.
Yeah, I
So
spend
that
about.
coffee alone, cost me about $3.
I spend about 300 to 400 a month on food.
I know I spend probably spend more on food. I probably spend about $20 a day on food total.
Yeah, I got to shop at Trader Joe's because it's a hell of a lot cheaper than going to Safeway. Yeah, go figure. Safeway's expensive.
Well, even still, Bird, I'm saying we're talking about the average cost to feed a person according to balancingeverything.com. I don't know if that's a source that you guys actually will approve of. And even then, they're saying that the average cost of food per day per person is $11.04. And I know I spend more than that on myself, by myself. I spend more than $11 a day feeding myself. And that's with me eating primarily one meal. Sorry, excuse me, I had to cough.
No excuse for you. Man, I wish I was on that Star Trek cruise.
I'd have to spend more money. Yeah, Jordan, maybe you should take actually a better look at it because you might be surprised. I mean, unfortunately, because of the way I work, I tend not to eat at home as often as I should. So, but that's partially that's my fault for the type of job I've got and that way I do things. I mean, hell, what was it? A couple weeks ago, just taking 3 of the Vile kids out to dinner cost me over $100. That was one meal, $100 for 4 people. I made a pot of chili between 2 of us last 2 weeks. Okay. I don't know if I trust chili made by you, Jordan. Can your asshole actually withstand that? Cinnamon says cigarettes is his biggest daily expense at $20 a day. $20 a day, or because the carton of cigarettes I buy is $20, and that lasts me over a week. So how many cigarettes are you smoking a day?
Oh, I didn't know this was on. Damn, I just got a notification. Sheesh.
And actually, no. A carton of cigarettes lasts me a little over 2 weeks. Holy crap! $10 a pack?
Yeah, that's how much it costs here.
Not the ones I buy. The ones I buy cost me $20 a carton in California.
Dude, where are you shopping? Because Winston costs $10 a pack.
Hold on. I'll have to turn on the actual camera for a second. These are what I smoke.
What?
They're called clippers.
Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah, those are $11 a pack here.
$11 a pack there? I buy them by the carton for $20.
Wow.
Holy crap. If you guys, I couldn't imagine spending that much money on cigarettes. If they cost that much, I'd probably quit.
Hey, when I was younger, I said, I'll quit smoking when I have to pay over $2 for a pack of cigarettes. I used to buy TPCs for 99 cents.
Yeah, but I only, outside of like the CNA stream or when I'm hanging out with other smokers, I only smoke like 5 or 6 or at most 7 a day. A pack will last me over a day and a half, if not 2 days, most of the time. Yeah, I know. Quitting is easier said than done.
Man, PJ's
Which is why I've told all the vile children, if I ever catch them smoking, I'd beat the crap out of them, despite the fact that 3 of the vile kids, both their mom and their dad, smoke.
If you guys are on Twitter right now, please spam Elon Musk's Twitter feed because Nation_Orville, PJ's account is still suspended on Twitter. Please spam Elon Musk.
I can't. He blocked me, remember?
He said he unblocked everybody.
Oh, did he? I honestly haven't checked.
That's what he tweeted. He unblocked everybody.
I'm going to go to Twitter. I'll check just to make sure, because I'm not saying you're lying. I'm just saying I kind of badge of honor getting blocked by Elon Musk.
Yeah, the other day he tweeted he unblocked everybody. Here it is, February 24th. I have unblocked everyone I blocked apart from scammers. I recommend others do the same. Negative feedback is a good thing. So there you go. Jordan says, I have spammed Elon Musk because my Twitter got wiped out. Yeah, Twitter is kind of weird because if I call somebody a loser, it'll go through. But if I call Kevin Sorbo a loser, it gets kind of a hello, do you sure you want to tweet this? I'm like, what? It's the difference between Kevin Sorbo and everybody else. He's still an asshole. He's still a prick. He's still a stupid idiot. I hate Twitter algorithm.
Oh, yep. I'm no longer blocked. Oh, well. I guess he no longer considers, I guess, SD GameSwap a spam account.
Guess not. So, hey, you're unblocked.
Maybe I'll just point out again that, his family made his money on bigotry. Let's see what happens. That's what got me blocked. I pointed out that his father's emerald mine was, used essentially slave African labor up until the 90s. And I showed my sources, and it got me blocked.
I was going to say, cite your sources.
And
I
think the tweet he made was something like, he's a self-made man. And that was my response.
just put a general tweet up saying, "Did you know that Elon Musk's family is this and this?" Then cite this a source. Just put it in a casual tweet. But make sure you tag him.
Yeah, I'll see about that, Jordan. Hold on. I don't go to Twitter using the laptop all that often. It's mostly on one of my phones.
The seventh rule is on right now with Sarek, Ryan, Husk, and Denise Crosby. Huh. Forgot about that.
All right. I just retweeted it, Jordan. So what else should we talk about? Whoa.
What was that? It sounded like a gunshot. What was that, dude? I heard that.
Oh, this is Mexico. It was most likely a car backfiring.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, whoa, that sounds like a gunshot.
Trust me, it's more likely to be a car backfiring around here.
Oh, okay.
No one else wants to come up? Uh-oh. What are you sharing?
New conspiracy theory.
I can't even see that. It's too small.
See it now?
Now I can see it.
Hang on. See? New conspiracy theory.
Token of appreciation for your hospitality. Please accept. Oh.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I get it.
Now.
Maybe he's just not as spry as he used to be.
Dr. Pulaski's being shown to her quarters. We're ready to get underway.
People saying, yeah, Sean knows better. That's why he raised back on the chairs.
030.
Uh-oh, I lost Elihu. I think when he tried to end or stop sharing, he kicked himself. I didn't kick him, I swear.
I hit the wrong.
There he is.
I hit the wrong button when I was trying to close the tab. Oops.
That's what I figured. I was like, I didn't kick him, I swear. LDG says he's working, and Jordan says he's cleaning and mopping, so he's not doing anything.
Well,
so he can't come up.
I have to do this. I'll be back in a few minutes.
All right, in that case, I will play the video again. All right, you're 19 years old now. I figure it's about time you got one after all your complaining. The only thing I really hate about that video is the fact that I did not remove my work badge. And Major Grin's video, I don't know who Major Grin is. You're going to have to tell me who that is. And sorry, I got a 4-year-old or 5-year-old yelling at me. She's dumping stuff in the trash can and she's yelling at me like, what? Because she wants to know what I'm doing. She doesn't understand that why I'm sitting in the car for this whole thing. Are you going to let me know who Major Grant is? Because I still have no idea who you're talking about. But let's see, what else could I do while waiting? He does great videos patching up inconsistencies in Trek, and I'm assuming you mean parroting scenes? And then you're complaining, give me time to type. No. I'm an asshole. I'm vile. Jordan, you know this. So, and then let's see. What are the plans today? After the live stream, me and Mrs. Vile are going to pick up a birthday cake for one of her niece's birthdays. And we are going to go to a all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet because that's what she wants to do for her birthday. And she's turning, I think she's turning 7.
I hate all you can eat places.
You hate?
Yeah, I'm not into buffets.
Yeah, I used to really like them, especially taking the oldest Vile child to him back in the day. And how you doing, Bird? Go ahead and say your thing.
Hello world, it's Bird over 5, cuppa.
Cuppa.
But that was back when,
buffet.
you know, I could take the me and the kid to Hometown Buffet. It cost us like $16, and we'd eat enough food to last us all day.
You see, that's what they should replace food stamps with. A voucher to an all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet. You go in the morning, you don't leave, you got food all day for $16.
No, they usually kick you out after after a period of time.
Well, then that's a lawsuit. It says all you can eat.
Simpsons did it already.
Yep. But there was actually a Japanese seafood buffet that used to be here in San Diego, and I only got to go there twice before they closed. But it was like, oh god,
Did they have dancing like shrimp?
$25 to $30 a person to go, if not more than that. But it was like the most delicious food you could imagine. It was every kind of sushi, sashimi, lobster. I mean, it was so much stuff. It was so good.
Don't order the dancing shrimp from a Japanese restaurant.
Unagi.
They did have unagi.
Ooh.
But they also had they had this eel, eel sashimi that was like, oh yeah, I don't know how they prepared it, but it was so freaking delicious.
Dancing shrimp is served like gok.
Yeah, I don't think I could pass on eating stuff live. I think the only live things I ever eat are breads. Because I think sometimes some of them still have some living stuff in there. I don't know. I mean,
there's something living in the bread
tell me
you
if
eat.
all the yeast is killed. And what was that, Bird?
I was questioning that you think that there's something living in the bread you eat. And now I heard you say the yeast.
Yeah, not all breads have yeast. I know that. But yeah, I can definitely pass on eating stuff that's still alive. Hell, I'm one of the weirdos who actually, when he cooks his steak himself, he cooks it well done.
No, you gotta
And-
have a little pink in it.
And dandelion is here. And yes, well done does not mean brown all the way through. People who think that don't know what a well done steak is. Well done still has pink.
No,
No, well done is all brown.
not according to the
Yeah,
official
not according to
steak
restaurants.
limit.
Restaurants fuck up well done steaks. If you're at a restaurant,
Every
you order it
restaurant.
medium well.
Holy shit!
What?
Main gate, Lakeside Resort. 2 nights, 3 nights, $110 total. Oh,
You are-
LDG. Now I'm looking at Atlanta right now. $110.25 for 3 nights.
Where?
No.
Disney World.
Disney World.
Yeah, main gate, Lakeside Resort. Disneyland main
Be
gate
careful,
west.
that's where the gators are.
I'm a Stargate fan. I have no problem. But I'm like $110.
Sorry,
for
I'm
3
looking
nights.
at this and I'm like, dandelion, you probably prefer your steak tartare.
Plus, I get an extra 5% off. Holy shit! Now how much to fly? I think I just found a good deal to go to Florida. Let's see flights.
But what else should we talk about? What are you doing today, Bird?
Well, I got Twilight Zone at 2:30 as usual. Put up a last night. I put up a short that John Araki asked for of Mamo Pray and Eyes, being a parody of All in the Family, a Star Trek parody. And I put it live on Twitter a few minutes ago. Getting good feedback.
Well,
I think he
let me
wants you
see.
to play it.
Did you put it since I started?
Yeah, probably.
Let's see if I got a notification.
I
about it.
added it to. Oh, on YouTube? No, YouTube. It was yesterday. On Twitter, I added it to William Shatner, but I doubt he's going to respond.
God, how many freaking notifications? Like, because I follow or I've subscribed to so many things on YouTube. I mean, I've got like well over 2,000 subscriptions at this point. I get like when I click my little the bell for the notifications to see what I have at the top of the screen. It goes 209 notifications since yesterday.
Yeah,
So
that's quite a bit.
it's not even showing up.
No, it's fine. I wasn't suggesting you show it. I was just letting people know it was out there. I mean, if you
I was
want
going
to
to try to show it, but it's not even showing up.
Yeah,
I
share it.
can send you a
I
link.
just
if you
shoveled
want.
snow for an hour. We had 12 inches of wet snow last night. God damn.
Damn, that's a lot of snow.
If it makes you feel any better, we got like half an inch of rain.
We got like about 4 inches of rain. Okay, $600 to fly. Wow, that's the catch. Okay, cheap hotel, but expensive to fly. Damn.
Well, just flap your arms real hard and get there on your own. Or ask Jordan for some of his chili, and you'll have some extra push to get off the ground.
Ass. I knew there was a catch.
Let's see. Let's see if this works.
The problem is that, yeah, the way YouTube plays shorts might have been better if I-
Spock does.
Wow.
Damn.
The audio is terrible from the way I hear it.
Oh, sorry, my
Wait,
delay all the way through.
Stop that. Let me try it this way.
Here we go. I'll share it with you real fast a second. Hang on, okay? Let me.
30
Sure.
inches of rain. God damn.
Oh, the way Spock does a scan.
A generation after Commander Shran.
Fans like us, we had it made. Those were the days.
And you knew what Star Trek was back then.
Girls were yeomen and captains were men. Mister, we could use a man like James T. Kirk again. Didn't need no pronoun slate.
Everybody rejected hate.
And those old phasers fired great. Those were the days.
Well, that was definitely something.
Yeah.
Hey, he's got 226 views so far.
We had wind a couple of days ago. We had a windstorm here in San Diego not too long ago that blew down a couple of trees in our area. I don't know how fast it got, but it was, if it's enough to knock down some trees, I figure that's bad. We had pieces of palm trees everywhere because a lot of the branches fell off because they're just basically giant leaves for not really branches per se. But weather has been great lately. A lot of rain, which we need. But it's been inconsistent, and that's the part I don't like. Like earlier on the stream, it was raining fairly hard. Now it's got blue skies above.
Blue skies. I'm not going to sing. I'm not Spiner.
Or bird, apparently.
Yeah.
Considering I got, let's see, 2 vile kids that... Hold on, I got a cough. Okay, I got 1 vile kid that's currently in choir. I got another vile kid that was in choir. And I've got 2 vile kids that are in theater. I should definitely have, and they do musical theater all the time. I think I should have them all sing something for me. Maybe I can try to get the vile kids to sing the Vilemike theme song at one point. Would you guys watch that?
Might.
If it wasn't terribly long, I'd probably watch anything.
Well, the Vilemike theme song is only 47 seconds at the current the video. The one I play like at the beginning of
Then sure,
the live
watch.
streams.
I got 47 seconds for you, Vile.
And I do have a new Kinder video that I'll be posting that I should have posted like a week and a half ago. But I kept forgetting to add record a little bit to add to it. So hopefully I'll do that after the live stream before we go pick up the birthday cake. So
yeah, it's still $750. Shit, I can't find a cheap flight to Orlando.
Well, you don't fly to Orlando. You fly near Orlando and then you drive. And I say that as someone who's never been to Orlando. I've only been to Florida once, and I just drove through part of it, and it was bad enough as is.
Sorry, LDG. Things got a little more expensive. Cheap hotel, but flights are expensive, man.
Let's see. Trying to remember what we did on that particular.
I'm sorry.
No one cut that out.
Cut what out?
Good. I'm glad you didn't pay attention.
No, I was closing tabs down. What were you talking about?
One of my cross country trips where we drove across the U.S. We literally took a detour just to drive through part of Florida. I'm trying to remember what we did. Because we drove through the Panhandle before driving back up north. I'm trying to remember the name of the freeway.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember that. Shit. You know, it's more expensive to go to Roswell, New Mexico for 2 days than it is to go to New York.
Well, Roswell doesn't have a large international airport.
Yeah. It's like $900 to go to Roswell.
Oh, by all means, Dandelion, take as much time as you want. I have no idea when we're actually going to be able to do this thing. Primarily because trying to schedule with working times with 4 people plus me, and the only days off I have are the weekends, and then of course every other weekend I try to come down to see Mrs. Vile at least. So I don't know when we're gonna do everything, but we're gonna try to have it set similar to how we've been doing the mimic stream or the mimic game, which I don't know when the next mimic video will be out. It'll probably be a while because I gotta I still gotta edit everything together. It's just a pain in the ass, but at least they're not complicated, so it doesn't it might take forever to render, but it doesn't destroy the laptop every time I try to do that. I literally tried to re-render something a little bit more complex, like one of the review videos on this thing, and it literally showed up as the rendering time was 37 hours, and I'm like, yeah, there's no freaking way this laptop is going to be able to do that without crashing at one point.
37 hours render a video? Wow.
A 5-minute video. But it had live action set. It actually had live action pieces. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but 5. Wow.
Yeah. That's why I need a new freaking computer.
It takes me 5 minutes.
This thing can barely handle running OBS, StreamYards, and the internet at the same time.
Jeez. It takes me 5 minutes to render an hour video.
Well, this is basically this thing barely runs Windows 10. I mean, it's just a POS that I got for the meantime, so I can keep doing the live streams. I think the processing power of this laptop is on par with my phone.
Oh, crappy. Gotcha. Snow blanket, San Bernardino.
Let's see, it will play Fallout New Vegas, but it will not play Fallout 4. I mean, frames a second. And if you've ever played a video game at 4 frames a second, it does not. It looks incredibly horrible.
Yeah, it's like trying to watch a VHS tape and you're pausing it every second. Like, pause play, pause play, pause play, pause play. Yeah, yeah, that's slow stuff, man. It's like trying to play Doom on a Commodore. Ain't gonna happen. Or Super Mario Brothers on a ColecoVision. Shit, I still gotta do laundry. Did anybody just go quiet, or is it just me?
I went quiet.
Oh, okay. Like the cricket story has something to say. Wow. Unless Mike is out, yeah.
I'm trying to translate this tweet by Mr.
Just a further
Lundell.
example of how shitty this computer is. StreamYard's just crashed on me.
I was wondering why I got so quiet, and what were you trying to decipher from Lundell?
He posted. I mean, I know what it's supposed to be, but I'm just not getting. I guess I don't know who the guy is, so I guess his name is Diddy or something. Here, I'll share it. I don't know if that could.
Do what diddy dum diddy do.
Do what
Diddy dum diddy.
Oh,
do.
dumb. I thought, I was like, there's no Joe in Do What Diddy.
Yeah,
Oh, dumb diddy do.
Yeah, I've seen that meme. I've seen that meme before.
Yeah, but you can.
I know it's part
the
of a
same
song.
thing too. I've seen this thing since freaking the 90s, and
it's-
they replace the dumb person with whoever they don't like at the time.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's an old meme.
I literally
That's
the first time I saw
I've
this one, it
seen
was
it.
with Clinton.
It's the first time I've ever seen this meme in my life.
Oh yeah, it's one that comes back around every once in a while. I've seen it with
I got it.
Trump. I've seen it with Obama. I've seen it with every president, basically. I've seen it with certain actors that they don't like. This is a fairly common one.
Yeah, I've seen Alec Baldwin's one. The last one was Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, I saw that one too. But yeah, there's certain things like that that just make the rounds every once in a while. Like, you know, the joke where there's the smartest man in the world, as in insert person you don't like, a Boy Scout, and insert person you do like, and they're on a plane and the plane's going down. There's only there's only 2 parachutes. The smartest man in the world, the one you don't like, grabs one of the parachutes, says he's the smartest person in the world, jumps out the plane, and the person you do like says to the Boy Scout, "Go ahead and take the remaining parachute. You need it more." And the Boy Scout says, "Don't worry. The smartest man in the world just jumped out with my knapsack. There's still 2 parachutes remaining." And the quote unquote, as I said, the person you do like is always, you know, the one who offers the parachute to the Boy Scout, and the person you don't like is the, you know, who says they're the smartest person in the world is the one you don't like. And I've heard it so many times with different people. It's, you know, it's one of those jokes.
Basically, it's you, Elon Musk, and General Mattis is on a plane going down. Elon Musk takes the smartest man in the world, takes the parachute, jumps out. The general's like, "Oh, don't worry, Elon took my backpack."
Yeah.
Is that Sassy?
No.
No, that's a dog around here.
Oh, I thought I was going to yell at Burr for making Sassy beg for cheese. I'm like, dude, come on.
I don't think you're supposed to feed dogs cheese.
Sassy is asleep because Sisso Prey and Nephew Prey just recently left after spending the night. And Sassy is exhausted. Frankly, as is Mama Prey and myself. But Sassy is sleeping after feasting on breakfast.
How old is Nephew Prey now?
2.5.
Dang. Just to imagine how fast everything is. When I started making videos again, the Vile Child was like 14 or 15, and now she's 19.
Hola, Miss Cardenas.
And yes, Mrs. Vile's in the house, so everyone say hi to Mrs. Vile. And of course, it's starting to rain again. If you want, babe, if you're still listening, if you want to risk the rain since it's starting to sprinkle again, I could use some more coffee because I love you.
If you really
Coffee
did love her,
maker set up for coffee to be made. It just needs to actually have the grounds put in because I couldn't find them this morning.
if you really did love her, you would pause and mute yourself and go get your own coffee so she wouldn't have to battle the rain.
Yeah, but then I'd have to leave the stream for a while. Of course, that might make the stream better. The CNA stream sans Vilemike. Well, here, I could do this.
What's that? Go crazy? Too late. Oh, look, she said, I'll get you some coffee.
There we go. We'll do this. New poll on the stream, on the chat. Is the CNA stream better without Vilemike? As a joke.
Hey, what happened? I voted yes. Okay, now it's 50-50. There's only 2 votes. Come on, people.
Well, in that case, while you're doing that, I'll go ahead and leave just for a little bit so I can make sure Mrs. Vile doesn't have to walk in the rain.
She said, I'll get you some coffee. Look at the chat.
I know, but that way she's coffee still needs to be made. I just set up the coffee maker, so all you had to do is add the grounds and hit the button to start. And we'll see how much better it is with just Elihu and Bird of Prey. So I'll be right back. Give me like 5 minutes.
Now you see what you talked us into now.
Sorry, dude. Yvette even said after saying you like chin balls, doctor, I voted yes. Good vote, Yvette. Good vote. In case anybody's wondering, the poll is 67% says yes so far.
This is the toxic. Vile has a toxic audience.
Yeah, I know. Very toxic.
He also has toxic guests because we both voted yes.
I quickly voted yes. Was that too toxic?
I never got an answer. Did he get snow? I guess not.
I don't know if San Diego actually got snow.
I heard Los Angeles got snow.
Oh, yeah. LA, San Bernardino.
I mean, they're pretty close, relatively speaking.
Yeah, about 3 hours. I know LA
3
got
hours.
LA got a huge downpour because I saw that Jerry McConnell video. Then all of a sudden they got snow. I'm like, yeah, global warming is freezing the earth.
Cinnabon says polls are just another way the big library lobby tracks your information.
No, that's the Gallup poll. This is the Vilemike poll. Yeah, this is not the famous Gallup poll that
All the poles are connected.
North Pole, South Pole, yeah. Stripper poles, yeah.
All the telephone poles, their own utility poles, they all connect at the center of the earth.
You mean the molten ball or the iron ball? The
That's
scientists
why
still,
the center of the earth
All right,
stops
I'm
spinning.
going to defend myself for a second.
the center is not, the earth is
I
not
didn't
stopped
say
spinning.
that I like Chibnall's Doctor Who. I said I didn't hate it. That's not the same thing as saying I liked it. And I also said I understand why a lot of people are hating on it. There's a big difference between those two things. Sorry, did I interrupt your guys' conversation?
Yeah, we was having a better stream than before you were up because look at the poll.
What's the poll up to?
57%.
Apparently, it's yeah, 57%. Already got more votes than the last poll. The only thing at the center of the earth is dinosaur land. Which dinosaur land?
No geologist or scientist.
Is he talking about the center of the land? Because I thought that was Antarctica.
No geologist or scientist, any type of scientist can confirm what is at the center of this planet. There's all speculation. Nobody's actually confirmed
Yes,
it.
but according to, since we know how sound travels through certain materials, we do know that it's a mostly solid iron core.
Yes.
It's just a theory.
No, it's based on evidence, though.
It's based on evidence, but it can't be proven. For all we know,
you
there's
can't-
another
You
material
can't prove,
that the
you
sound
can't prove
travels
anything.
through. For all we know, this could be some other material we just don't know of yet that has similar properties to sound propagation.
Well,
But otherwise, they're completely different.
look at Uranus. When Herschel was
I
looking at
can't.
it. Well, okay. When Herschel was doing mathematical
I have some
calculations,
type of camera to put over my back.
he in front of there has to be a planet out there because of the gravitational pull of Neptune, and it was the very first planet ever discovered, not using observation, but using math and calculations. The same as the center of the Earth. It was actually proven that a planet is there. So when we actually prove that the center is solid with a nickel iron core, then we can actually prove that it's there and not hollow.
But no, we were able to prove Neptune existed once
Yeah.
we saw it. Until we
Yes.
saw it, it was a theory.
Yes.
So we haven't seen the center of the Earth.
No.
So until we do, until we get some type of sample back from it, it's only a theory that it's a nickel whatever core.
Like the moon, it's only a theory that it's hollow. We have no proof that it is or is not.
Yeah, I think you're discounting the preponderance of evidence because you're assuming that the only way to prove something is with visual or physical means.
Einstein said black holes are real.
Did
Well,
he
what
say
I
they
mean
were
is, like-
real, or did he say that they were possible?
He said they were real.
He
His
said they
math
were
said
mathematically possible.
Yeah, his math said yes.
They didn't know if anything actually existed until we detected them. And even then, we can't see a black hole by
No, we only see
definition.
the accretion disk. Yeah, the two pictures we have
Exactly.
of black holes, we don't see the black hole. We see everything being sucked into it.
It looked like a black hole to
So-
me.
You couldn't
in the
see it.
picture.
Yeah, but you can't see the actual black hole, Bird. That's
No.
the whole thing.
I see a hole which is black, though.
No, the only way to prove something is not physical evidence. I can prove it to you right now, Captain Trek or Captain Fandom. I guarantee you have no physical evidence of your great grandparents. But I guarantee you, I can prove without a shadow of a doubt they still had sex.
And and if you can prove to me any physical evidence that Jesus Christ
just
from the
because
Bible
I don't
actually
have
existed, I will give you $1,000.
But just because I don't have a recording of them having sex does not mean there isn't evidence that they had sex. Because I can guarantee that my parents had sex at least twice.
Yeah, I got no.
Do that.
Because the evidence shows that me and my brother exist.
Did you do a DNA test on your brother?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay. Well, then there's your evidence. Did you do a DNA test on yourself?
Yes, multiple times.
Okay. So there's the physical evidence.
No, said a bunny. It's Argentina.
That's not physical
moon.
evidence that they had sex.
Yes, it is.
Because like Dandelion right here just said, you both could have been in vitro creations. But based on other evidence, such as the fact that in vitro didn't exist at the time, especially when I said that, great grandparents, all that kind of stuff, and the fact that the cost of something like that was not within their means, and the fact that where they were located at the time meant that they didn't have access to it, basically means that within all reasonable assumptions, they had sex at least twice. Vilemike and went back and watched Captain Trek's great-great-grandparents have sex. Ew. And yes, my parents, but again, based on cost and other factors, you would know that wouldn't have been actual possibility. So, why do you think people in the old days had so many turkey basters? Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh, dude. Wah, wah, wah. I don't think the turkey baster was invented until the early 1900s.
I don't know when it was invented, but I'm also not going to look it up.
Yeah, I'm not going to check
what
that
I'm saying
either.
is there is different qualifications for enough evidence to qualify as proof. We know that based on our legal system. Our legal system is based on enough evidence to show, basically, if there's enough evidence for a lay person to understand, that is legally proof. It's not good enough for science, per se. You need a lot more evidence for that. But legally, you just need enough evidence to be to prove someone's innocence or guilty. Sorry, you can't even do that. In the legal sense, it's not proving someone's innocence or guilty. It's proving their guilt or non-guilt. We don't even say it proves their innocence.
Well, there are sometimes glitches, though. Glitches in reality that you can't prove.
Yvette, don't say something like that, because we all know that technically correct is the best kind of correct.
Hey, I got something to show you, Mike. It's called a glitch in the Matrix. This woman here shared this video on TikTok, basically showing a little glitch at her work. Her TikTok account got banned She tried to verify it twice, still got banned and not approved, and TikTok's not letting her get her account again. She had to do it through her mom's account.
Sorry, I'm confused, Tim. I need to know what you mean by this. What is this supposed to be, Elihu?
A glitch in the matrix. Watch her cut the lemon.
Oh, I'm going to roll down the window for you. Thank you, babe. I just got more coffee.
Sorry, there's no sound on this one. I forgot to share the audio, but watch her cut the lemon, okay? She cuts it once. Now she's cutting it again. Okay? She's reaching for her bag, the bag of the lemon, and oops, the lemon just became whole again. Did you just see that?
No.
Look at this. She just cut that lemon in half, and it became whole again.
I don't see what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't see what you're talking about either.
Okay, watch carefully, okay? She cuts the lemon in half. And she had to cut it again. See, look at this. She cuts the lemon in half. So she cuts 2 pieces. She cuts this piece in half, okay? And boom. Okay. See that? It just came whole again.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't. It's still in half. It's still a quarter.
Nope, it's not, because she has to recut it.
What?
Yeah, she has to recut that slice again.
When?
Right now, she's recutting it. See? She's cutting it.
Okay, you understand this could be an edited piece of video.
No, this is security.
It's obviously already edited.
Yeah, and it's also really poor quality. Yeah, I think this is just nothing, Elihu. And yeah, it could be quartered into what she didn't. What she did was, she quartered the lemon and then cut it into eighths with that other cut. Not half. She didn't cut it in half, the half in half again, and then cut the same cut again.
Yeah, there's no physical proof. References. I said proof,
Tim,
not references.
I would say something along the lines of, I'm guessing Elihu, based on this comment, actually said that, not me. When it comes to the historicity of Jesus Christ, I don't care one way or the other, because we all know that there was many people at the time performing similar things. So throughout history, they could have been amalgamated into a single individual.
Like Robin Hood.
And even then, just because someone may have actually existed does not mean they had magic powers. I can accept that Uri Geller exists. I cannot accept that he has magic powers.
David Copperfield exists. I do not accept he has magical powers.
Elihu exists, but I can't imagine him sober.
I was when I was asleep last night.
So.
I know I'm not sober when I fly. I have gummies. And yes, you can take gummies on an airplane. Magic is science we just don't understand.
Even still, the amount of evidence for the historicity of Jesus is not enough to say that 100% that every historian is going to say, oh yeah, this person existed. Science was once called magic. Well,
yeah, magic was what? Yeah, magic is science we don't understand yet.
Arthur C. Clarke, and I think that's what sci-fi was trying to get at. Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic.
Yeah.
But I also don't think that Well, that's between you and Elihu. Elihu, you gonna give Tim Christ his $1,000?
What's his judgment of physical proof? Yeah. And the Shroud of Turin does not count because it was debunked as medieval, created in the 1400s. So you can't use the Shroud of Turin.
Well, the
It
Shroud
was
of Turin is
debunked and rebunked.
yeah.
And debunked.
And
They actually
rebunked.
got a sample from the center, and it was actually confirmed to be from the 1400s.
Well, that was sorry. Carbon dating it does not necessarily work too well, Elihu, because of the time it was in the fire. And I think that any carbon dating of it is going to be null and void without something done to account for that discrepancy. So I can't really accept when it was dated as being from the 14th century. At least when it comes to the carbon dating they did. When it came to the other things like the type of textile that it is and the materials used in it not existing 2,000 years ago, that I will accept.
Yeah, because back then people wrapped the head separately, and it was all one long sheet.
Oh, and Tim is saying, are we talking about the shroud? Because I don't believe the shroud is real. Yeah, neither do
Yeah.
I.
Neither do I.
I don't think anyone who's serious believes that it's real. Because, as I said, even the type of textile that it is, or at least the weave of the textile was not one that was existed 2,000 years ago.
The real shroud did exist, but it got replaced after the fire with a fake.
That's one of the conspiracy theories I've heard as well, Bird.
2,000 years ago, Jewish traditions say that the body's head is wrapped separately from the body itself, and the shroud is all one long
What are
sheet.
you talking about? You think that would they cut off the head?
No, the head is wrapped separately.
A separate piece of fabric.
Yeah, a separate piece of fabric. Yeah,
around the head.
Yes.
I don't believe that.
Yeah. And Tim saying he's a Christian and he doesn't even believe the shroud is real. So, yeah. Besides, you're the one who brought up the shroud, Elihu, so you're the one who brought up something pointless.
Yeah, sorry.
Bigfoot stole the original shroud.
And he sold it to the Loch Ness Monster for $350.
Exactly, with help from Nessie. It's now buried on an island under Loch Ness Lake.
No, it's buried in Oak Island, dude. That's a huge treasure.
Sorry, Oak Island is another one of those stupid ass things I can't believe people waste money on. Damn, I knew I knew it was Bigfoot. His name is Harry.
Yeah, the Hendersons had released him back in the woods.
And sci-fi saying, then the Roswell aliens came and took it away. Or, by them, I'm thinking, or he said them, but I'm assuming he's meant it for the shroud.
They couldn't have taken it away. The ship crashed, and 3 of them died. One died later, so they couldn't have taken it away.
The army shot him down to get the shroud back. And Joe Biden uses it to get healing powers.
Don't worry. I'm pretty sure that Elvis and JFK are doing their best to retrieve it.
JFK Jr.? Yeah.
No, JFK Sr.
The Ark of the Covenant is in Ethiopia.
No, it's not, Elihu. Saying something like that just pisses certain people off, and you know it.
You're right, Sci-Fi Nation. He just went home.
I got to go. I'll be in the chat for a bit.
Okay.
All righty.
They give.
No, the Ishon and the Peon are basically the old river beds from the Ishon and Peon, the two mysterious rivers that lead to the Garden of Eden. According to satellites, they actually lead under the water. So technically, that could be where the Garden of Eden was, but plate tectonics, water level rising, cities disappearing. The Garden of Eden is probably underwater if it ever actually existed.
Or it's just an ancient description of the Fertile Crescent that's been mistranslated over time.
Possibly.
Especially when you could say that the whole land of Nod being east of Eden, literally.
I always wondered when Adam and Eve got kicked out of the Bible and they had to go to the other town. I'm like, okay, where do those people come from? Captain
MKG here. If you want to come join or replace Bird, since Bird left and that's just me and Elihu again. Or if Tim, if you want to come up, that's fine by me.
I think Bird is getting ready for his Twilight Zone.
I think that's why he left. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's looking forward.
Either way, he's got to do what he's got to do. That's all. That's fine.
Captain MKG, come up here. I gotta get some coffee. I'll be right back.
I think it's calmed down, raining a little bit, so I'm gonna roll down the window again and smoke another cigar. But yeah, during this live stream, to go back to what we were talking about, I smoke more during this live stream than I smoke the rest of the day when it comes for, you know what I mean. So like during this live stream, I've smoked like 5 cigars, like one every half hour, essentially. So this will be number 5. And that's about as much as I usually smoke all day, some days.
I smoked half a bowl and 2 cigarettes.
So yeah, when I say I smoke a pack will last me 2 to 3 days.
Captain MKG, scroll all the way up. It's the pinned chat.
Yeah, the link should be pinned, or is it not because of the poll?
Probably the poll.
All right, I'll go ahead and end the poll since it ended at 50-50.
Here, guys, here's the link again, okay? There's the link. Oh, now he's repinned it. Oh, well. The link's in the chat and it's pinned, guys.
Here, I'm going to repin the link from the one that Elihu just posted.
Yeah, it was the damn poll.
Yep. And
Okay,
it didn't end at
realize the
50-50.
poll did that. I'll make a note of that in the future.
Now, I already made a note to YouTube, but they don't care.
Did you
I
hear,
pop
dude?
on, but I'm still making breakfast, and my hair is full of red hair dye. Well, you better show us a picture then. And how you doing, Yvette?
Hey, yeah, Mum's fed, watered, and drugged as usual. I am now free.
Yay!
Nice.
Okay, and so you did you hear what I said about my defense of Chibnall's Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay, so you understand that I didn't say I liked it. I said I didn't hate it.
Yeah, that to me is still a mega yes to you not being on your own stream. You know me better than that.
No, Dandelion, a picture of your hair, not breakfast.
Well, since we're all coming up, I guess I will.
Yeah,
Hey.
How you
Tim, get
doing,
over
Tim?
here, Tim.
Tim,
there you are.
is this the first time you've been on my stream?
No.
Maybe. Nah, I think I was on another
I
one
can't
once.
remember.
You were on here before, Tim.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, you were showing your robotics. Your robot
Yes,
box, whatever it's
Dandelion, a
called.
picture of your breakfast is what I was talking about.
The before picture, not after.
Mute. Right. Okay.
LDD, did you hear earlier? I found a hotel cheap, but airfare is expensive.
Yeah, I heard. And next time I'll have to give you my other phone number because I don't know which one you called. And please don't repeat it live.
Yeah, don't worry, I won't repeat your number live.
But yeah,
But,
like trying to find. I agree with you though. Trying to find hard evidence for something like 6,000 years ago or whatever, however long it was. Forget it. You know. unless somebody has like an actual physically marked grave, which unfortunately there is nothing
Well,
of
let's put
Jesus
it this way.
Christ.
One of the things that people like to compare it to is the amount of evidence for Alexander the Great's existing.
Yeah,
Is we don't have a grave for him. We don't have a body. We don't even have a body for his father or almost anybody else. All we have are stories that other people have told about him, essentially, and cities that claim to have been founded by him.
yeah.
But
And it's what it is. It's stories that are correlated and compiled, which is what I was talking about. Because I mean, if you want to go back, even the Bible makes some historical reference to, like, for example, Pontius Pilate. That's a time frame. You find out when Pontius Pilate existed, you can find out more information about that time period in history. Now,
yes,
how much of it is factual, who knows? But then you can correlate it with other countries or surrounding regions and see what they say. You know,
exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
But
like,
one of the things I don't. One of the things when it comes to that particular thing that I don't like is when people try to point out Josephus, because all Josephus says is this is what this group believed back in that time period.
Yep.
It's not saying, oh, it's not an example of something that's actually. He's not saying that person actually existed. He's saying that this group believed that person existed at that time.
Yeah. And like I said, the reason I bring up Islam is because it's such an opposite religion of Christianity, and yet it still makes reference to Jesus, his existence
as a prophet,
time period, and utilizes the same time periods as the Bible does, and it's a very opposite religion, very distant from the Christian Bible. So.
It was written by men.
As someone who owns both and has read both, I'd say they're about the same.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you remember the Cana 12:12 when the Bible was actually quote unquote assorted, and books were like, nope, not this one, not this one, not this one.
Sorry, my cough. Every time I laugh, sometimes I cough. Still, I still got a good case of bronchitis.
Well, you got to cut back on those smokes, man.
Yeah, 5 cigars, dude. Come on.
That's not helping that bronchitis.
Remember what Clinton said? I did not inhale.
But the reason I got bronchitis is because of the COVID and everything else I had a couple weeks ago.
No.
Yeah, nasty.
I'll do it.
What did LDG put as his thing? I can't even read it.
Founder
of the Underground.
Underground.
Yep.
So how's good old Denver, dude?
It's warm. It's 60 degrees right now.
Wow.
Right?
It's 50 and it's raining here.
Jeez, I'll trade you. It's 60 and sunny. 60 and fucking sunny.
Shit. I wanted to go to Mirror Woods this afternoon. I can't.
Sorry, I'm checking. Yeah, it's 50 and raining here too.
Be right back.
Yeah, I was going to go to Mirror Woods, but I can't because of the weather.
I don't know what the temperature is. Alexa, could you tell me the temperature, please?
At the moment, it's 7 degrees Celsius. Tonight, you can expect a low of 2 degrees.
Lovely. Well, at least not
Wow,
breeze
35
tonight.
degrees Fahrenheit. About 35 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow.
Yeah. What temperature is that in Freedom?
No, 40. About 40. Alexa, what's 7 degrees centigrade in Fahrenheit?
7 degrees Celsius is 44.6 degrees Fahrenheit.
44.
I estimated, okay? Sorry.
If you double it,
So it's about the same.
And add 20.
about the
Yeah,
same
double it and add
temperature.
20.
No, double it and add 32 is the equation. Well,
Sorry.
it's 9/5 plus 32 is the equation.
Yeah.
So you basically double it, add 32, and probably take 1 off.
Yeah, that's why I
That's about
estimated.
right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I put you in the background, Captain MKG, just because you were gone for a little bit.
Oh, no worries.
He had to get some more coffee. It's the CNA stream.
And-
Caffeine.
And he doesn't have someone as sweet as Mrs. Vile to bring coffee out to him.
His
I'm
robot.
low.
His robot
Yeah,
is
none
broken.
of us do. Only you.
That's That's just me kissing her ass because I really appreciate her bringing me out coffee.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's even
You should
listening
be.
still, but
Should be kissing her.
yes.
Booty.
When a woman brings you coffee because she loves you, you better kiss her ass for it.
Especially when she has to go through the rain to give it to you.
Yes.
Well, for anybody who does not have rain and clouds, tonight look west after sunset. You see Jupiter and Venus.
Yeah, I saw
Jupiter,
them.
yeah.
I've seen them every night. I've seen them every night.
Lucky you.
Right. Beautiful line.
Did you say east?
From the North
West.
Star. It's a line. Just for the line.
Yeah, right after sunset.
I posted on Facebook.
When you say stuff like that, Elijah, you make me wish I still had my old telescope.
Both of you guys were talking at the same time.
You
What?
don't need a telescope. You can see them with your naked eyes. Just follow the North Star, and it's a line. And the first one you come to is
Jupiter.
Jupiter, and then the bigger one at the end is Venus.
The reason why it's
I like
bigger is
some
because
naked
it's
thighs
closer.
myself.
No, really? Oh no, I didn't
Yes.
know that, Elihu.
Yeah, it's not going supernova.
After seeing what is born on Venus last night, I certainly don't think I'd like to visit there.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to visit Venus either. You know, I think I wouldn't last very long on the surface.
Yeah, maybe like 2 seconds.
Well, according to the film we watched last night on Mr. Londell's, the great creator of films such as Jason and the Argonauts, we saw 20 million miles to Earth, which was brilliant. But I was on the side of the baby monster from Venus because it was very passive. It only killed the dog because the dog jumped it. You know, and it only went to attack the guy in the barn because he stabbed him with a hay fork. You know, this poor fucking thing was born on Earth and chased everywhere.
What movie was this?
20 million miles to Earth.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
It's the claymation stuff like in Jason and the Argonauts. It's one of the more... One of the lost ones that aren't on TV very often.
The overlays they did in that movie were actually quite impressive.
Yeah, it was. The ship crashing into the sea was great at the beginning.
I mean, don't be wrong. The rocket ship reminded me of Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon. I said that though, didn't I? Flash Gordon.
Is it public domain?
No, we Cosme. We used and then next Saturday we're doing Mysterious Island, same guy again. And then the following Saturday, Jason and the Argonauts. So we're doing 3 movies. I can't remember the guy's name because I'm brain farting.
Harryhausen.
That's the one. Thank you. Yeah. So we're doing a triple Saturday cinema.
Brain farting.
Yeah.
So
if you're into Jason and the Argonauts, next Saturday is Mysterious Island. You're gonna love it if you haven't seen it. And if you have seen it, you know it's great.
I haven't seen Mysterious Island in probably 25 years.
More. It's been a long time for me. But please tune in. It's at 3 p.m. Central every Saturday. There's LDG, myself, Tim, and of course our host, Mr. Londell. And we have a great laugh. We really do.
Well,
sorry for plugging.
I definitely won't be able to make it today.
Well, it's Sunday today. It was last night for me. It's 9 p.m. UK time, by the way.
Yvette, Gorilla and Dandelion has a question for you each.
Oh, sorry, I haven't got the chat up on my phone, and I can't see it from here.
I had it up on the screen a little bit, but Gorilla wants you to know. Owen is listening. Beg him to watch Twilight Zone with us.
Oh, Owen, honey, it's Auntie Betty. Come on, watch one Twilight Zone with me tonight, please. Pretty please. I will sing you a Mary Poppins song before it starts. How about a spoonful of sugar or something?
Hey, that helps medicine go down.
Unless you're a
does.
diabetic.
Well, Owen is not a diabetic. He's a lovely young boy. Yeah, Auntie Reddy wants you to watch one. Is it working? Come on, Owen,
Give me my
please.
diabetes, please. Just
Come on, in the most
don't
delightful
preach
way.
to me. Just give me my diabetes pill. Thank you.
Or
I'm sorry.
Sorry, that was the most funniest rant I ever saw.
Hold on. I was going to say, maybe I've watched too much Wilford Brimley, but isn't it pronounced diabetes?
No, I don't pronounce anything right, so I stopped giving a shit about 10 years ago. 47, I don't care anymore.
Diabetes is such a terrible, horrible disease.
At my age, I deserve to get
Right.
things
Oh,
wrong.
I've got the chat up now. Oh God, sorry guys. Right, I was listening to you in the in the kitchen. Dandelion, it is right now. It's 6:22 p.m.
I think she was worried about the time for the movie you were talking about.
Oh yeah, 9 p.m. for me. 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time.
So 4
The
p.m.
real
Eastern time. Yeah, it's 4 p.m.
3
Eastern time.
Yeah, 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central, and I'm fucked after that. I don't know.
Yeah,
2
I'm
Mountain,
afraid at
1
that
Pacific.
time yesterday, me and Mrs. Vile were getting ready to go watch Ant-Man.
Yeah,
Fair
just
enough.
remember, it's 5 hours
My
difference
condolences.
from the East Coast United States to England because it takes 5 hours for the sun to cross the ocean. So it's 5 hours difference.
Oh, it's
You know,
2 o'clock. Owen says yes. Woo!
When we talked about it earlier, Tim, I said I didn't hate Ant-Man. I just thought it was good, but it wasn't great.
It looks like a mess to me. I mean, if you get lost in the quantum verse, don't write to us for help, okay?
The only reason I understood what was going on is because I've actually read the Microverse comics back in the day.
Yeah.
So I was constantly explaining stuff to her, to Mrs. Vile, because she didn't know what the hell was going on.
Well,
that sounds
the thing,
like
I'm
a Marvel movie to me. If that man's Marvel, I don't know.
I saw Loki, and I couldn't understand why Kang the Conqueror is in the quantum verse. I just, why is he this tiny?
He got kicked out. He got exiled.
Well, the way they explain it is he was exiled by his other fellow Kangs to the Microverse.
Okay.
Yeah, they never called it Quantumania in the movie.
You know what? I hate Marvel.
Well, they also never really called it the
stole that
Microverse,
word.
but that's what it freaking was.
They stole that word from us
and
made it a laughing stock.
I like Marvel when it was simpler. X-Men.
Oh, Marvel's never been simple, dude. If you ever really read the comic books, it was never simple.
Well, I understand. I mean, but this whole quantum verse stuff and multiverses, and even DC when they get into that, I just kind of check out.
Because if you actually know anything about Marvel, especially like from the 80s and stuff, then you know that both Spider-Man, the Transformers, and Godzilla inhabit the Marvel universe.
I understand that. I know.
A lot of people never, to be fair, Mike, right? I've never read comics. I've never had time to read comics. But I liked the original Spider-Man movies when they came out. And I used to, I'm more DC. I like the original Batman and things like that. Why is my phone doing this to me? Anyway.
Because it can.
Yeah, it just tried to talk. It's bad enough with you know who.
Yeah,
but,
but he's quiet right now.
Yeah. Speaking of Batmobile or Batman, I've got a beautiful Batmobile model.
Ooh.
Which one?
89?
The 89.
Yeah.
I painted it, put lights in it. Oh, it looks great.
That's the ultimate Batmobile, is the 89, man.
Yeah, the 89 Batmobile is probably my favorite, and it'll always be my favorite. I like the Adam West Batmobile too, but the 89 Batmobile is just the best. I'm sorry.
I've only ever seen the Adam West one at car museums.
I've been able to see in person versions of the Batman Forever Batmobile, the 89 Batmobile, and the Adam West Batmobile.
The Batman for I
was more interested in the DeLorean.
The Val Kilmer and the other, who's it? those two Batmobiles. I
George
like to call it
Clooney.
the light bright set because
George
it
Clooney's
looks
one.
like it literally. Okay, the Batmobile is not supposed to glow in the dark. That's not Batman. You might as well give Batman a neon suit while you're at it. You know.
Are you talking about the one that looked like a bleeding tank? Because that was horrible.
No.
That was Batman.
Or a red and white striped paint job.
The Tumbler?
Oh God, no.
The
Tumbler was cool. But
I agree. I did like the Tumbler, but I never thought of it as a Batmobile. I thought of it as the Tumbler.
no, it honestly it looked more like the what was that? What was that cartoon movie? Dark Knight Returns?
Well, if you're talking about the one where RoboCop, Peter Weller voiced Batman, it was the Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and 2.
Yeah, Part 1 and 2. Yeah, where he's got the Bat tank.
Yeah,
and he's just barreling through the freaking town. It's like
that's from year one, basically.
yeah,
Inspired by that one.
that was kind of neat. But that's what the Tumbler kind of reminds me of a little bit. But I mean, I think the Tumbler was probably well, actually. Arkham Knights was inspired by that, weren't they? The Tumbler came first, didn't it?
I have a question. I have a question for Vilemike.
One was inspired by the other. It had to be because they look so much.
I definitely agree with you there.
Yeah, I just don't know if Arkham Knights came first or Batman Begins came first. I can't remember which one came first.
I'm just trying to look it up.
So obviously, I haven't seen The Long Halloween because it's a cartoon.
Oh, that's good.
But what Batmobile does Jensen drive in it?
It's a kind of cross between Clooney's and the '89 Batmobile.
Yeah, I think to be real honest, I don't remember the Batmobile he drove in that. I think it was more.
Wait, are we talking about the animated series?
Yes, the long part.
Okay,
part two.
that's
the new one.
basically a redesign of the '89. It's just a long box.
Yeah.
With a sleek front end and the fence. It's basically a dumbed down cartoon version of the '89.
That's why I say it's cost between '89 and the.
So it was a reasonably cool Batmobile.
We're talking specifically the Long Halloween movie. Movies.
Part 1
and
and 2.
I think they just used generic Batmobile design for that. Kind of like a cross between the '89 Batmobile and the animated Batmobile.
Right. That's all right. I just wanted to make sure that Jensen was actually driving a reasonably cool one in it.
I'd have to go back to rewatch it, but I didn't really pay attention to the Batmobile. I was paying attention to the storyline because
I know I listened to your
Halloween
reviews.
storyline.
Yeah, I know you did the reviews on it. I watched them.
Yeah, I like Dietrich Bader's version of Batman.
No, or his Batman, yes. His Batmobile, no. I never liked the one that has the Batman head on the front.
Yeah, no. He plays a good Batman.
I thought that one was funny. They made a toy out of that. The first toy like that. It was hilarious.
The first several Batmobiles were basically that. The ones from like the 30s and 40s and 50s were all the one with had a giant Batman head on the front.
There was an
I always thought that was dumb.
Super Friends Batmobile toy where the bat face like popped out.
Yeah,
it was like a battering ram. It was really funny.
We got to remember the 1942 Batman TV show that was in black and white. When he was Bruce Wayne, he had the top up. When he was Batman, he had the top down. And it wasn't.
The one where the Batmobile was essentially a red car.
I forgot what color the car was, but it was black and white. It was basically it was near the comics, as you can tell when Batman was Bruce Wayne. He had the top up when he was Bruce. He had the top off when he was Batman. Same car though.
Yeah,
anyone tuning in right now would think you were being very pervy.
I also kind of like the Batmobile from the animated universe. That one wasn't too bad. It kind of had a few elements very similar to the Adam West Batmobile, but it was still a canopy. It wasn't open top at all. The canopy goes over, and it also had kind of the sleek look of the '89. I thought that one was kind of neat, but I mean, it still looked pretty generic compared to a lot of the other ones.
You know, I always thought that the Batmobile should have been more like the Inspector Gadgetmobile. That would have been cool. You know how that like you can tell what mode that's in. Yeah, exactly.
Go, Batarang.
It's a batty wagon.
I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Ain't a joke.
Go,
That would have been
Bat
badass
Machine Guns.
Batmobile.
Robin, get
You know,
the batty wagon.
when they did Batman Returns, I think it was when we got that, whatever the hell that version of the Batmobile was. Like that was the perfect time to
the same as the '89 Batmobile. It just had a mode where it could make itself skinnier.
Yeah.
I
don't no. The one that looked like a mech truck.
The tank.
That had
one.
like the two wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tank looking one. That
Yeah,
had
the horrible one. Yeah.
Yeah, was that Batman Returns?
I can't remember which one it was, but I do remember
The
everyone
Dark
in the
Knight,
cinema
or is that
going,
Dark Knight?
"What the f is that?"
Yeah,
that is not the Batmobile.
Dark Knight.
Yeah, that was a time to introduce an awesome looking go Batmobile.
You know what? He's right. It would have looked better than what we had with that. And to be honest, Inspector Gadget things are amusing as an adult.
Right? They're both crime fighters. They both got gadgets, gizmos,
Penny
utility
was the
belts.
genius. Penny solved everything, okay? Penny and Brain solved everything. It wasn't gadgets.
Oh yeah, he just floundered around.
Yeah.
That's what was funny about it.
Well, it was the same thing with Batman. Anytime Superman's in charge, Batman ain't doing shit.
So Superman steps
Batman
back
is
because there's
solving the crime. Oh, Superman's the muscle. That's how that works.
Batman. No. Superman will stand back because
Superman's the muscle.
Who would you rather have, Batman on your back or Superman on your back?
Guys,
Yeah,
if you
I'll take a
watch-
Superman, please.
if you watch the Super Sons, you will know better that when Superman is there and he sees Batman fighting, he's not getting involved because he does not want to piss off Batman. He'll let Batman do his shit.
They should have brought them together. I'm sorry.
Well, he has to do that because he can't kill him.
So
Yeah. I mean, if he just doesn't want to kill him.
Yeah,
dealing
I'm
with it.
sorry.
apparently, according to the comic books, at least for the last 30 years of comic books, Batman always has kryptonite on him.
Yes, in his belt.
So
Why?
just in case, it's Batman being Batman. He always has kryptonite on him.
Well, they just goes to show what an arsehole Batman is, really, isn't it?
In the animated universe, Superman actually gives Batman a kryptonite bullet, which is funny because Superman's supposed to be faster than speeding bullet.
Hey, he still got
Very good
shot by
point.
Deadshot once with a bullet. So
Yeah, I'd definitely
sorry,
pick
force habit.
Superman every time over any. I mean, I'm more DC. Marvel's just, well, you can lock it in a basement and set demons on it, as far as I'm concerned now. Yeah.
Well, I'm still enjoying the movies. We enjoyed Wakanda Forever. We enjoyed Ant-Man. But they're not masterpieces by any stretch of the imagination.
Wakanda Forever, I was kind of meh.
You see, I loved Doctor Strange, the first Doctor Strange. And again, I watched it as an outsider, not a Marvel fan, but I watched it because it was Cumberbatch. And I thought it was a great movie. I really did. The second one, pile of shit.
Yeah, the
With a
second
pile
one's
of shit
probably
on
one of
top
my
of
least
it, and a
favorite.
pile of shit on top of that.
It was a triple layer ice cream pile of shit.
Yeah.
Ice cream cone, yes.
Now that Phase 4
And
is
I'm done
done,
now.
I
what
gotta
I
say,
might do is do a series of videos like the best and the worst of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Because I'm one of those people. I liked Iron Man 3, but Doctor Strange 2, I think, is probably one of the worst.
Now, again, I only ever saw the first Iron Man with Robert Downey Jr. because I like him. When he wasn't in it, I didn't want to see it. But the first Iron Man was cool. Again, I'm an outsider. I'm not a comic book person. So
when he wasn't in it, what?
When he's not on screen.
Oh, okay. I'm like he's in every Iron Man movie.
is
I
it?
don't
I
understand.
didn't know that. I thought it changed.
No.
You know one thing that I
That's why I stopped watching Spider-Man because I kept changing him as well.
Well, that was licensing, and they were trying to
Yeah.
do something different.
It's an entirely different series. It's like comparing Adam West Batman to the Nolan Batman.
And
It's an entirely different character.
I agree, and that's why I stopped watching the Batman movies, and that's why I stopped watching Superman movies, because they keep repeating them. They just keep redoing them all. It's the same story with just slight changes.
Well, that's one of the things I noted. I noted in my Batman Long Halloween review, Yvette.
Yeah,
was the fact that they have redone or they've taken elements of the Long Halloween.
I would roll the car
for
back,
so
maybe.
many Batman movies now. It's not
see.
even funny. It's like if it's not the Killing Joke,
Right,
Dark Knight Returns, or The Long Halloween,
then
every Batman movie since '89 has been based on those three movies or those three comic book series.
So, in regards to Wakanda Forever, I have to say, okay, Shuri is supposed to be like this super intelligent gal, right? I really question her ability of designing ships after watching that movie, because when the Namor's Aqua people were attacking the ship, they went underneath and found the power core, which was right on the outside of the ship on the bottom, right where they're going to get at it. And I'm like, why would you put that there?
Well, to be fair, anyone other than a underwater people would have a hard time getting to that. But yeah,
or
I
a
get
submarine. I mean, come on.
And I will.
You know,
I got to point out this.
That's the same design flaw I have an issue with the Star Destroyers in Star Wars. Okay.
I
love Cinnabon.
Ball on the bottom of the ship.
We'll talk about that in a sec, Tim. But I want to point out this comment that Mrs. Vile makes.
Shoot that.
Because she kind of made the joke when we were watching it that Wakanda Forever is the racist Marvel movie because they made black people fight brown people because of stuff white people did.
And on that note, I'm going to peace out, Vilemike. I got to go get ready for an appointment, but thank you for having me up there.
Off MKG. Good job.
Hi, everyone. Have a good day.
But yeah, when she made that point, it was kind of funny because it was, all we're seeing through the entire movie is brown people and black people fighting each other because of white people.
Sure. I'll let you have it. I got nothing for it. I'll be honest, I wasn't paying attention to that.
No, I wasn't.
Was there booty in it, Tim?
Not booty I was interested in.
Oh, I only said that because the way you said
the only gal I thought was hot in that entire movie was the gal that played Michonne in Walking Dead. What's her face? She's bald in that show. She was a general, the Wakandan general.
Okoye?
Yeah, I think she's hot. I wouldn't say no to that.
I will say, to me, I find a lot of the people attractive in that. Even Angela Bassett, even at her age, was still like, damn, she can still pull it off.
Oh, is that
T'Challa's mom?
Yeah, she needs an Oscar for her performance on that.
Oh, T'Challa's mom. Okay.
Yeah.
The Queen.
That's
the
right.
Queen.
I still couldn't get over. I'm still trying to figure out why Elaine from
in the grass
Seinfeld
right
was
underneath there, I bet.
in the Marvel universe. I'm sitting there like, oh
a different
god,
kind of magnet.
You know how many people from Seinfeld are in Marvel now? You got Seinfeld's daughter.
Not a problem.
You got, you've got Elaine. In Hawkeye, the Seinfeld connection was actually quite funny. Because I'm like, okay, Elaine just sent Seinfeld's daughter to go after. There was another connection. I forgot what it was. Oh, shit. Oh, well, the joke's like 6 months old, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Oh, okay.
I'll be honest with you, I was never a fan of Seinfeld. I always thought I
wasn't either. But I unfortunately, when I didn't have cable and the internet wasn't as streamy as it is now, all I had was Fox, and
I'm sorry.
Seinfeld was re-syndicated on Fox, and they played it all the time. So that's what I got to watch.
I was training a new person for my company, and we noticed that Seinfeld, the entire first 2 or 3 seasons of Seinfeld were $5 a piece at Walmart. And he was saying he might pick it up because he liked Seinfeld. And I'm like, I told him I'd never watched it because I wasn't a fan of his comedy. He goes, trust me, you don't watch Seinfeld for Seinfeld. You watch Seinfeld for Elaine and George.
Yeah.
George for sure. Actually, Kramer. Because I thought Elaine was annoying. I thought Elaine's humor was just ridiculous. Now, George Costanza, I'm a mad. I'll be honest. If there's any character I like, it's George Costanza. My favorite scene ever is Seinfeld sitting there like, how do you beat the lie detector test? Well, it's not really a lie if you believe it yourself. I thought that was great. That was so funny.
That's a show that never came over here, Seinfeld. I've heard of it, but it never aired over here, as far as I know.
Yeah, it wouldn't have shown up.
We got a lot of your stuff.
Here's a spoiler for you about Seinfeld. The very first joke is also the very last joke.
How's that a spoiler?
I don't know.
like it's an interesting fact.
Yeah,
I didn't know that, but
the shirt
it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, the first thing
sounds like something they would do.
Yeah, the first thing there was in the diner, they talked about the shirt button, the new shirt. The last thing was in the jail cell, they talked about the new shirt button.
Oh, there was
this conversation before.
I thought was funny, and it was the muffin bottom episode.
Oh, the homeless, yeah.
They were trying to find a unique way to sell muffins, so they thought, well, we'll just do muffin tops. But what do you do with all the muffin bottoms? We'll give them to the homeless
shelter,
the homeless shelter, and all the homeless shelter are all pissed off that they're getting these used cupcakes or muffins with no tops on them. It's fucking ridiculous. It's the stupidest fucking episode, but it was funny. We lost File.
We lost File again. Yeah.
He's got such
party
over here.
Let's get
my shirt off.
Let's get Chow struck, LDG. What do you got?
Let's do it. Let's do it. I got something for you.
Play the shit.
It's getting hot in here. You're gonna keep all your clothes on, dude.
Ooh, Tim just flashed us.
Whoa, good thing I wasn't looking.
What? Shirt flash. Here, check out Han Solo.
He shot first.
Well, it's funny too. When I first popped my camera on, I looked down. I'm like, why am I wearing my Subway shirt from Friday? Well, I grabbed the wrong goddamn shirt. I had to turn the camera off and change my shirt.
You're not at work, man.
As I put in the chat, StreamYard's decided to crash on me again.
You're not having very much luck today, are you, Mike?
Are you on your phone? Are you streaming from?
No,
your phone?
I'm. The problem is because I can only smoke in my car, I'm streaming from the car on my laptop.
Oh.
So
the wife don't like that cigar smoke, huh?
Yep.
I can't say I blame her. My ex-wife, her mom and her mom's boyfriend, man, they had those little mini cigars. And,
Sorry.
That's what I smoke, or mini cigars, because they're cheap.
My dad used to smoke Hamlet, and I used to love the smell of them.
The way I look at it, if I'm going to be killing myself with tobacco, I'm going to do it the most cost-effective way possible.
I'm not a smoker at all, and I had to put up with that shit for 1.5 years when I was with her. And let me tell you, when I moved my stuff out, my mom and I were wiping everything down with like handy wipes and stuff. Those wipes turned so fucking yellow. There's so much shit that gets all over your stuff from smoking. And I couldn't get Jenny to smoke outside. She didn't care. She just smoked in the house, in the bedroom, in the living room. Every time I woke up in the morning, I'd step on the ashtray.
When my mom passed away and we were taking, everything out of her house, we'd take a picture off the wall and you could see a white spot where the picture was. and it was just yellowed paint all over.
Yep.
Yeah.
To be
Yeah, that's
fair
smokers.
though, Mike, the sun will do that because
This was entirely cigarettes. Trust me.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I know because I live in an old house, and I know the rooms that have been locked off. If you go into them, then no one smokes it.
Vile strikes me as a guy who keeps his shades pulled, like he doesn't like the sun
Yeah,
unless he's in his car.
With the shades,
I'm the exact opposite. I like having my shades open. It's anyone else that wants their shades closed.
I love the blackout windows in Vegas.
My window right over here, I've got the blind shut. Plus, I've got a wall scroll over it because when the sun goes over, it beams through the blinds and just blinds me right in the eye. So I've had to find some way to cover the window. So I put a Gunna wall scroll over there.
No,
Tim, you would have loved Alaska, man. When I was there, I had 3.5, 4 hours of sunlight. Period.
I'm sure.
Yeah, the only window that is ever open in my house is my bedroom window. Every other window has not been opened in probably 5 years.
I can't say that. My trailer seems to pop the windows open on its own. It periodically when the trailer like flexes.
And
sometimes
Mrs.
my
Vile
window
saying
will
it's
just
sepia
pop.
toned.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a big joke
I had some
about,
photos taken of me and Steve. Yeah.
Me and Mrs. Vile made the joke about, when I cross the border, everything becomes sepia toned.
I think it looks better than black and white, though.
That's funny.
I should do that. I mean, for the next Kinder video, or not the next one, but the one I do that I'll probably be recording on my way home today. I might make the joke about crossing the border and it being sepia toned, and then once I cross the border, it's no longer sepia toned.
The land of plenty, the land of welcoming, the land of America.
The land of cheap eggs is in Mexico, but you cannot take any eggs across the border. Don't do that, dude.
Well, you lot really have nothing to complain about right now because literally nowhere in this country has salad. All right. It's a huge problem. And, I don't know how we're going to survive. A friend of mine posted a picture of Morrison's. Carlo, we all know Carlo, who lives in Blackpool as well. He works there. And it was desolate. There was no fruit, veg, or salad. Apparently, milk and eggs were very low as well. So,
that is a problem because salad is a promissory note that food will come.
Well, apparently it's all our government's fault, which I tend to agree because they didn't subsidize our farmers. They subsidized every other industry except the farmers. So the farmers didn't grow any indoor salads this year because they couldn't afford it. So, and with the crossings, usually I'm not 100%, but it'll be France, I'm sure. There's a 4-week delay. So everyone can't have a spring onion or a tomato or a lettuce for 4 weeks. Oh my God. Panic stricken. The loo rolls are going to go again. I'm predicting the loo rolls are going to go again.
And for our American friends like myself, she means toilet paper.
Yes.
Yeah, the loo rolls. Sorry, toilet paper. I forget. I just automatically say loo rolls.
Toilet paper?
Toilet paper? No, it's a loo roll.
Because you got to go because it's a loo.
Well,
yes, the loo. There are so many names for the toilet here.
Are you telling me you haven't switched to the 3 seashells yet?
No.
She doesn't have to use the 3 seashells.
But most of us have bidets, so we can live without it, really.
Did you know that in Italy, it's required for building a new house, you have to have a bidet?
It is required in the EU.
Oh, wow. The total EU now?
Yeah, Italy is part of the EU, yes.
Wow.
It's another thing bankrupting every country that belongs to it.
To be fair, though, bidets are freaking awesome. I wish I had one at my place.
I never saw the point of a bidet. Just a toilet, boom.
It depends.
Because it
if
cleans
you were
everything,
brought
so
up
it
with
takes
them
a
or
lot less
not.
paper.
Yeah, they do. And I mean, the ones that are, I haven't tried one personally, but they're now coming out over here. The all-in-one toilet and bidet. And it's even got like a hairdryer in it, so it blasts you with air as well.
Oh God,
it
that
does
Wow.
sound
disgusting and awesome at the same time.
Wow, it's a cold day. I'm gonna go sit on the toilet for a bit.
Oh God, a friend of mine actually has a like this toilet that costs more than his car.
I
And
can believe it.
It's got a got heated toilet
seat. Yeah.
It automatically opens and shuts based on whether you're standing in front. Like all you have to do is stand in front of it, and it automatically raises the lid and the toilet seat for you to pee when you're a guy.
Oh, nice.
This is probably like the one I saw a demonstration of one, and like there's a panel with a load of, and if you press the wrong button, you'll get something shot where you don't want it before you need it. You know. But hey, Dandelion.
Hello.
Sorry about the conversation.
No, that's quite all right.
I have a traditional bidet.
I'm
And,
British. I'm fine about talking about, toilets. It's all good.
Yeah.
Well, hell, one of the first live streams on the CNA stream I ever did was whether it's okay to stand to wipe. So trust me, this is nothing new.
Yeah, Danny, didn't we spend like 2.5 hours talking about poop one day?
Yes, we have done. Yeah.
See, this is positively civilized compared to that.
Yeah.
So the CNA stream turned into caca NA stream? So she's not caca?
Oh shit! Sorry.
Yeah. See, LET doesn't have a soundboard to do that. I can go in the bathroom and do it myself with the real toilet. So
I thought Darren had popped in.
You're not Al Bundy, Tim. You can't do that.
No, I do have a toilet right next to this room. So
that's why I hit mute when I go to the
toilet taking a shit.
I like to share.
So when I go to Loja, I hit mute. Okay, I am mute out there because I don't wash my
I was trying to say earlier, Vet, you said you were having brain farts. I've been farting all day, so you're good.
Oh, speaking of that,
better out than in.
I've mentioned on the stream before that I have a stomach intolerance to onions and garlic, so I can't usually eat it without having some intestinal problems.
You should do what I
Mrs.
do.
Vile and I discovered a way for me to actually start eating onions and garlic by taking a medication beforehand.
Yes. Yeah. I'm allergic to bell peppers.
Is it called Beano?
What?
No, that's for vegetables.
It's very similar to Beano, but it's not exactly Beano.
Yeah, Beano's.
I don't know what Beano is. I take an Imodium.
But
before I eat
And
them.
it's usually the dehydrated onions and garlic that are problematic. If you have actual fresh onions or garlic, it's usually not as bad as if you use the dehydrated ones. Those ones are terrible.
It's because of the reason I can't eat it is because of certain sugar protein type stuff that's in there. That's only present in fresh and stuff. But what we discovered is if I take this medication and then eat something that has a shit ton of garlic in there, I get the nastiest garlic farts, and it lasts for days.
Wow.
Nice. Peel and paint, baby. When you need to
I'm
repaint
not
your house,
kidding.
I'm gonna
When
hire
I
you.
farted with my windows up, I had to. I
Stick your
started
head out the window.
crying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are two things that do that to me. KFC, and believe me, I can empty a nightclub if I've had a KFC. And Lactulose, which I rarely take. Lactulose is just a liquid that coats the insides of your intestines all the way down, just to help you. I rarely need it, but once it's finished emptying you, it just keeps going and building up the gases, and woo, hot air balloon literally could fill.
So it's like after a colonoscopy, right?
This is reminding me of a scene from Bad Boys 2 where Will Smith's explaining to Martin Lawrence on how when they embalm somebody, they like, you know, flush out all their fluids and stuff, and he's like, it's like, yeah, then they put this stuff in, because if they don't do it, dead people fart, and that will clear a funeral home out.
Well, the gases in a body after it's left as a shell, so to speak, build up and it swells. So if they don't do it, I mean, it gets to a point, some will escape, but some have been known to like pop, and that's really gruesome.
Ew.
Yeah, I've seen bodies pop after Hurricane Katrina. It's disgusting.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Well, it's sort of like that problem they have that with like whale carcasses on the beach, right?
Oh my gosh, that's sick. Wow. You can smell it about a mile away.
those will like burst too.
Yeah.
And that's like that's a big burst.
People don't realize that those things are hazards, and they'll try to like one of them happened up here in LA recently. I'd say, like, by recent I mean in the last 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go try to cut it open and get the ambergris because that's a shit ton of money." And as he's cutting into it, the damn thing explodes, and he's sent to the hospital.
I bet.
Well,
yeah.
That's something you won't do again. That's a lesson learned, isn't it?
Yep.
I think you learn to cut on a different side of the whale.
You want to be the second person to try and get the ambergris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this case, the early bird does not get the worm. The early bird goes to the hospital. The second bird gets the worm.
Yeah. Send that person who you didn't like off the crashing airplane to go try and get the ambergris first, because they're the smartest person in the world. So.
But even then, it's like you try to explain to somebody that not every whale creates ambergris.
Yeah.
Yeah, certain species. I don't even know which ones they are, though.
It's like every mushroom. It's like every mushroom is not psychedelic.
Yeah.
What? You mean I've been chomping on mushrooms all my life?
Yeah, those quantum things you're seeing is all hallucinations. Okay.
The grocery store mushrooms aren't hallucinogenic. I'm sorry.
It must be the HP sauce I put on them then.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't done mushrooms in such a long time.
No comment on that one.
It's been like about 7-8 years since I've done mushrooms.
I've never had one.
Probably about the same. It's a very pleasant experience, but don't expect to sleep for a while. Like, you can't sleep for like, if you do it in an evening, you won't sleep that night. Like, you just won't be able to fall asleep.
So
Things about telling my kids about the different drugs that I've taken throughout my life is I think I've scared them straight to the point where none of them want to do anything.
Well, that's unfortunate because it's pretty fun.
Well, I mean, I've said this all along. I tried weed once, and all it did was put me to sleep.
Yeah.
Even when you say the word weed, you sound like a noob. Like you're not even saying weed right. Like
oh god,
weed.
I
smoke the weed.
I had it once, and as I said, it literally knocked me out cold. I thought, well, I might keep some in case I've got insomnia. That was the only thing that crossed my mind. And the only other thing I've tried is gold. And that had an effect of I couldn't stop laughing. Then I had the biggest coughing fit of my life. My lungs came out, and the grossest greenie the size of a tennis ball came out my mouth. So I'd never tried that.
Don't
again.
talk about tennis balls. No more tennis balls.
Tennis ball against
the
wall.
That's definitely a better outgoing one, though.
The things I told my kids are, the one time I tried cocaine, the amount of pain in the nose was not worth the amount of cleaning I got done.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never done that.
No, I've
The
never
one
done
time
that.
I accidentally had LSD because someone was passing around joints, and I grabbed from the wrong stack that were laced with LSD, and I sat in a
pleasant
recliner
high, too. That's a
and
lot
watched
like mushrooms.
popcorn ceiling move for like 5 hours.
Yeah, that's a lot like mushrooms, though, like LSD.
Well, yeah. Where do you think we get LSD from?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a very similar
Happily say
experience.
I've never done a drug that has been named after a body part. Hell, I've never done drugs really, except for Ritalin. It doesn't count. So yeah,
Up your dosage, man.
Or the paint chips or the Elmer's glue when you're in 9th grade.
No, I wasn't one of those kids.
I used to like marker pens.
Oh, yes.
Take the lid off and I'd stand there for ages.
Yeah.
Oh.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is how you become a quantum physicist. Marker pen. That's
They don't make them with that stuff anymore.
Hey, guys, Fermi experimented with drugs. Come on.
No, why do you think the stream is named the CNA stream? It's named after all legal drugs: caffeine, nicotine, and alcohol.
Yeah. And marker pens were legal at the time when I used them to write things on a board.
Weed is legal where I am.
When they don't have the same stuff in it. They took the stuff out of it because
Actually,
of
I
it.
think mushrooms are legal here now too.
Oh, cool.
But for medicinal,
Nothing is legal here. Absolutely nothing is legal here.
Actually, now that I think about it, I think small quantities of almost all drugs are legal in BC.
Yeah, I recently the reason we were talking about cocaine last time was because it had been made legal to possess in Canada recently.
Just in BC, not everywhere.
But I still have no interest. I mean, weed is legal here. I have no interest in smoking it because weed hits me like a Mack truck. I get stoned very easily off of it, and it's not pleasant for me.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I become a very emotional drunk. And so I smoke weed, and suddenly I'm crying over shit that I shouldn't be crying over.
My shoes are tied. I tied it an hour ago.
That's weird because usually people are laughing.
Yeah,
no,
dude.
I
Uncontrollably.
weed hits me entirely different.
Right.
It's not really fun.
Then I won't smoke you out.
I went to the Burger King. And I saw a guy. And he flipped a patty. And I said, wow.
You know, as an
That's how the
experiment,
weed works around our area.
as an experiment, as a scientist, I mean, Tim's nuts anyway, but to see someone like Tim actually on drugs, to see how much more it would do to Tim to, you know, because he doesn't need it. And neither do I. Yeah, I'm batshit crazy too.
I don't know if you should be insulted or not there, Tim.
I'm not.
He's not insulted.
He's right. I don't need drugs. I am
Why are you throwing things at
plenty
her?
insane on my own.
You know,
the
I got a
natural
good
high I have on life. I would just wish it would keep me calm and I wouldn't get pissed off at shit like at work. But I mean, aside from that, yeah, I get home, I'm fine. Usually.
You know, I got a good psychiatrist from mental institution I escaped from to recommend to you.
No, I got plenty in this area.
Okay.
Well, don't forget when it gets cold, Elihu, put on an extra straight jacket.
Oh, that was true.
Apparently, us exiling him to Alaska didn't work because he's back.
Oh, I love Alaska, man. It's the best place I've ever been.
So
better than Hawaii.
Latest model kit. That's why I was kind of showing a little.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, actually, I was asking in the chat, how do you have room for all your models, Tim? Your place must look freaking awesome.
I had to make some shelves.
It's got to be pretty cool, though. Like just shelves of like cool models.
For my master grade collection of Gundams, I had to make a very long shelf going down the hallway on the other side of the trailer. I made it light up too. But yeah, it's got all of my master grade Gundam seed models, which is a shit ton. So it goes all the way down the whole length of the hall.
You should post like a video on your channel of like, you know, doing like a video like tour of all your models. That would be fun.
I did that.
Did you?
Yeah.
that would require me to go to your channel and see.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm sure.
I'll have to look at it. I know I
I'm
have
sure
a
you
video of
did,
it, but
yeah.
I thought I posted
You
that.
you
Maybe I
probably
Maybe
did,
I forgot to.
but I'm not.
I posted a load of photos of mine, but I haven't done upstairs in my room. I have shelves, triple shelves on
So this
two of the
colony
walls
model is
with
not very
Daleks.
big. This the tube of this thing might be about like that long. So it's not very big.
Hmm.
It's pretty small. But I plan on seeing if I could possibly put lighting in it.
That when you held up the box, it looked like Von Braun's design.
Yes. Well, no, Von Braun. Wait, are you talking? You do know a little bit about Gundam?
Werner Von Braun.
Von Braun is a moon-based city.
I was talking about Werner Von Braun.
Yeah, he's talking about the real
Scientist.
person.
Oh, yes. That
The
is the
scientist.
guy who designed it. Yes, he's
Okay.
he's the
I'm
guy
like,
that is right. I forgot about that.
I'm like, that looks so familiar, dude. I'm like,
okay, in the Gundam universe, there is a moon base city, like an underground city on the moon, called Von Braun, and it's in honor of the guy who designed this style of station, which they use in Gundam. A lot of the orbital side colonies are these things.
Oh, okay.
There'll be like 5 or 6 of them on a side, and there's 7 sides orbiting Earth. So
To be honest, I'm not a fan of Gundam. I never got into it, so I had no idea. So
yeah, I just thought that looked like Werner Von Braun's design. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and you're right. I forgot about his name.
Okay.
So
yeah, I know nothing about Gundam. I just saw the design. I'm like, oh, Werner.
Yes, that was a good call, Elihu. Good call. It's got a neat base too. When I first saw the base, I thought, what did they lift this from Star Trek? Because it almost from the side it looked like a Star Trek base, like in the pictures you see it like this, and then you look at it, it's like that. But from an angle, it almost looks like a Star Trek communicator. Oh, that was kind of neat. But yeah, it's got a metal anchor inside of this piece here, so it'll hold the whole thing up. I'm gonna try putting a light in it. I want to see if I can get it to light up because it's got transparent pieces for the colony windows.
Nice.
God, one of the only models I completed a long time ago that I haven't done any models in years was one of the AMT Enterprise movie, the Enterprise A versions.
Yeah.
And it didn't have any transparent parts except for on the nacelles. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna, wire some LEDs inside. It took forever to slowly carve out all the windows that I wanted to have light up.
Nice.
On the
Yeah.
main socket section. It took me hours and hours, and I'm like, this is not worth it.
This here is the colony interior. So like these little panels here. Okay, there. If I could just adjust my hand right, looking at a different screen. So these panels here will have these grasslands and cities inside of them.
Is that part of the ring though, or no?
That's the interior of the colony. It's the part of the tube. It's a tube.
Okay, so they have artificial gravity.
Yeah, well, they're supposed to spin. They're supposed to rotate when they're in space. But yeah, this ring, I honestly don't know what the ring is for. I have no idea what that ring is for. But yeah, the entire colony is in the tube itself. In this section here. No, I can't.
Up and down. There you go.
Yes. Sorry, trying to orient my hand while looking at a screen is hard. And then these things here, those are solar reflective mirrors. They shine sunlight into the windows, so it simulates sunlight inside the colony.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty neat.
It's very interesting, and there's reflective stickers for that too. But yeah, I plan on painting it, and I want to see if I can stick some LEDs inside the tube so that it'll light up the colony itself from the inside out.
Yeah.
I'd like to actually be able to see what's in there, because once you get this thing together, you're not going to see shit. It's going to look like a big old giant Tylenol tablet
What's the point of having the details?
But when it comes to Gundam, I'm afraid the last Gundam thing I even watched was the Gundam something rather suit versus Optimus Prime death battle.
The last Gundam I saw was
that wasn't that's just that's what Celebrity Death Match or not? No.
Well, you know what death battle is, right?
Yeah, I know what death battle is. I've seen those.
But yeah,
that shit's funny.
Right,
I've seen that one too.
I'm gonna I need to pee, and I'm gonna go get myself ready for Twilight Zone.
Right, I'm gonna end the stream fairly soon anyway. We've been going for 3 hours, and I'm almost done with this last cigar. So
okay, but I can't hold. So
all right. Well, thanks for being here, Yvette.
Oh yeah, no, great. Did you?
You can plug, but you can't hold.
It was nice to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Take care, sweetie.
Right, I'll see you in a minute. Mike, last thing, did you check Patreon? Because I asked you to check
Yes.
to make sure if it
Right,
went through or not.
I sent you the thing, the confirmation, didn't I?
No, you didn't. No.
I could have sworn I did.
Unless I missed it, but you got it.
Yeah, it's all good, Yvette.
Okay, that's good. Because this new phone had deleted everything. It freaking nightmare.
But either way, you and Captain Trek, because you were the first 2 Patreon supporters, you're gonna be permanent executive producers on everything. So like
okay.
when I do the when I play the Vilemike theme song at the beginning, it still says you, Captain Trek, and Mrs. Vile as the executive producers.
You just gave her responsibility. I don't think she was ready for that.
Yeah.
It's yeah, you have to be careful supporting Mike because he usually asks you to do extra work.
I already did it.
Well,
you remember the revenge thing I did?
Daniel, I don't want to make you do anything you don't want to do.
No. You know how busy I am, and I will tell you if I can't. I don't have the time.
Dandelions making a map for me. That's what we're talking about.
Oh no, not that. It was when you asked me to do a bunch of a plant-based movie thingy.
Bye, Yvette. And I'm gonna take off myself because I'm hungry. I need to eat.
Hey Eli, do you know if Chris is streaming today? Are we doing a Jackbox or anything? Do you know?
I haven't heard. I'm not sure if he's feeling any better or not because he was
That's okay.
ill.
Yeah, I'll send him a text and see what's going on.
Okay, I was gonna do that, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, we can both do that. I mean, we both need to, I suppose, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I got to go dye some yarn, and then I have to. Well, I probably should go out for a walk if I can get the car out.
I want to go to Muir Woods, but I can't because it's raining.
How can you go for a walk? And how can you go for a walk?
I'm going to.
What does
drive
the car have to do with?
I'm going to drive the car to a nice place to walk. Otherwise, I'm walking up and down the street.
Oh, okay.
Well, if anyone is playing Jackbox tonight, shoot me a link. If I'm back in the States by then, I'll try to drop into play.
Nice.
For a second, I
Gotcha.
thought that was a new way to walk.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and end the stream here. If there's anything anyone wants to plug real quick before we go.
I guess that would be the Fred Flintstone's car. You can kind of.
I would like to plug my new version of walking for LDG. It's where you lasso yourself behind the car with roller skates, and you just let the car tow you along.
Oh yeah.
That's called skitching, Tim, and that's been around since the 90s.
I know that.
Well, I'm sure it's been around since before then.
All right. Well, in that case, I will see you guys later. I'll try to post a Kinder video either today or tomorrow. But other than that, I will see you guys next week.
All right.
A Tinder video? You're on Tinder now?
Kinder. A Kinder
video.
K-I-N-D-E-R. Okay, they don't need to make these websites sound similar because that just sounded weird. Okay, never mind.
The rest of us knew what he was saying.
Somebody said Tinder. I'm like, wait a second, isn't that website for vile people? Well, yeah, it is for vile people, so I guess so.
All right, later, folks.
Bye.
Later. Give me your Tinder offline. Was that you that just came in here?
He's still alive.
Oh, okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to end it.
Yep.